Okay, so anyways, welcome, my friends, to another adventure in the dark. Tonight we are playing Pathfinder 2nd Edition Remaster. We are going to be playing through one of the early adventures of Rusthenge. All of you have made some nice little characters from the small little port town of Osprey Cove, where you've all either grown up or have traveled through or are currently at. Is during your time here on this small peninsula that juts out, that your only other nearby town, known as Iron Harbor, has come under some mysterious threat. You have all either volunteered or been picked by the town elders of Osprey Cove to go and investigate. So, before we get started, I will quickly pop through everyone's characters. Joining us, we have on his wonderful horse, we have Hemrug Silverbeard, a local dwarven champion of the people. He is your classic silvering middle-aged dwarf, and he keeps up with the young'uns by having a horse. Ben, does your horse have a name?
Horsey McHorser face.
Nay, he does not.
It has not been disclosed at this time, and I totally did not forget I was
Horsey
muted.
McHorse face.
Oh, good. Sorry, I just thought maybe you were muted because you'd left the room. All
No.
good. Perfect. So, additionally, we also have, who is currently away, but I'll quickly introduce because it makes sense, Hemrug's cousin, Ficklebart Silverbeard, as apparently there's a small dwarven colony on this little port town in the middle of the wilderness. He's a scholarly old dwarf that takes notes for someone in charge. Is sent on the mission to record everything that happens. He has knowledge about pretty much all topics and is very in the paranormal and occult. Slightly crazy from all of the knowledge and readings that he's done. He's definitely like the town. He's definitely Osprey Cove's like elder, slightly crazy uncle to everyone.
He wanted to be a librarian, but then we realized there was no library.
Yes.
Isn't one of the things a scribe or something like that? Background?
Yes, there is a scribe background, which, did he take that? Yes, that is actually what he took. So perfect. Moving on, we have Rani, a elf oracle. She is a tall, nimble woman, a very large witch's hat. Often looks like she's staring off into the sky, and sometimes you can even say that there are stars reflected in those eyes of hers. Bringing us to, I was going to say finally, bringing us to the little gnome who could. Dart and Gone. Slick as a whip with feet twice as quick. Dart and Gone is the local prankster, finding it his sworn duty to not only defend the town against the terrors of monsters and evil, but also boredom. Michael, am I pronouncing his name correctly? Dart
Sure.
and Gone.
Why not?
Do you have a,
And gone.
do you have a brother called Darton Bean?
Yes.
Perfect.
Does that mean they've been and gone?
And finally, we have the human inventor Haldin Thorn, the village handyman with a passion to help those he cares about and a spark for arcane machinery, whose good intentions can often lead to explosive results. Was he chosen to tag along with Elder Audrey due to his creative problem solving, or just to get him away from blowing up the village? Who knows?
Why are you holding thorns?
Yeah.
Because
That's
I'm prickly.
a bit of a sharp demeanor about you.
Right to the
Every
point.
rose has its thorns.
So you're
Of
holding
course.
Rose instead.
Because I'm beautiful.
Oreo.
So, we pick up an unusual surprise came to Osprey Cove the morning after the storm. On an early dawn walk to appraise the storm damage, Elder Johidia found a dying man sprawled at the edge of town, suffering from exposure. 2 infected crossbow bolt wounds and a strange sickness that left rust-red splotches all over his body. The man gasped out an unsettling warning before he died. "Iron Harbor rust ship, all dead before too late." The man was dressed in rusted armor and clutched an equally rusted religious symbol of Gordom in one hand. This and his final words suggested something dreadful had happened in the nearby village of Iron Harbor. Osprey Cove's youngest leader, Elder Audrey, quickly organized an expedition to travel the day-long trip east to Iron Harbor, both to offer help as needed, but also to extend overtures of peace, bring an end to the years-long feud that has kept the only 2 villages on the kindred coast at odds. Whether you volunteered or were recruited, your group is now well on their way to the Old Coast Road as Elder Audrey's escort. What might await your arrival at Iron Harbor? So,
You know. Oh, you keep saying Osprey Cove and Iron Harbor, but all I'm hearing is Yat is so and Nate is not.
What?
I'm reading the background for the 2 villages.
So, before we actually pick up, I have a quick question. Is anyone here trained in medicine?
I
Possibly.
Trained in
Where are
what?
skills
So,
again?
I have. So, on your character sheet, you will have skills under. They are under proficiencies, which are the little hand icon.
I am trained in medicine as well.
Damn, how many people do we have trained in medicine in here?
It's important.
Me too.
So I'm going to request a medicine check here. So we are trying out, to be clear, we are trying out a lot of new systems here. So I'm going to actually select. Michael, you aren't trained in medicine, are you?
I am not trained in medicine.
Perfect. Funny if everyone was. DC 15. And I would like. I'm just seeing how this button works. If I press the request button, there you go. I've made a little request thing in chat. And click it to just roll.
Wait, where is it?
In chat.
Oh, chat. I was
Yep.
in the damage. Okay.
And it normal.
Yep, normal check. Normal medicine, then check. Oh my god, that
should
dice.
be-
Oh my god,
Trained.
those dice.
Normal.
Liam with the critical success! First roll of his character. So, fortunately for you guys, Rani succeeded and Haldin Thorn critically succeeded. So, from examining the body, Rani, you know that the crossbow bolt wounds on the mysterious man who washed up at your town. We will be on a different map shortly. This is before we actually transition to the map, to be clear. So, Rani, from your success, you can tell that the crossbow bolt wounds were poisoned by giant centipede venom.
Ugh, yuck.
Meanwhile, Haldin Thorn, with your critical success, you confirm that the strange disease the man suffered from was causing his skin and muscles to atrophy. Most of the information. Chat quickly. One thing that I really like about the system, because it is designed for easier crits with the if you beat a DC by 10 almost every adventure, every check has both a normal threshold and a critical threshold. So It's nice actually having information to give someone when they critically succeed.
Nice.
Perception. But there is a perception thing, right? Oh, here it is.
There is perception. It's not
Found it.
technically a skill. It's a more universal. And now
Yeah, that's why it's on the side.
we begin Kindred Crossing. At the midpoint of your journey, approximately 9 miles out from Osprey Cove, the faint traces of the road you have been following east along the coast become more obvious. As you begin to approach Kindred Crossing, the site where citizens from both villages originally started working together to create a bridge over a cleft in the shoreline near the tip of the shortest peninsula. So, as you guys are traveling along, you guys find yourself pretty much at the halfway point between your two villages. The road has now become more realized, and in the distance, many of you can see the broken bridge that is the Kindred Crossing. You guys may now freely explore. You guys want to say what you're doing?
Just walking forward.
Wait, is that bridge normally broken?
It's been
Wait. What was that?
so I'm going to quickly pause. Quickly answer Liam's question. Liam, you know that the Kindred Crossing bridge has fallen into disrepair after years of there being a little feud between the two villages, and no one's really wanted to fix it.
Nice.
Meanwhile, Rani, as you wander over towards the broken boat, you very clearly hear a female voice calling out from underneath the boat, calling out for help.
That really gave me a fright when I first
I bet it
heard
did. I'll let everyone wander near it if they want to hear it and be near the flipped over boat before I disable the sound effect. Obviously, it repeats.
Oh wow, that is terrifying.
Michael, are you going to move or?
Yep, I'm moving.
We're just all standing around listening to this person say help me and not help them.
Actually, half here. Another one. And again.
So now I will mute it. So,
Mm-hmm.
nearby, what appears to be a freshly wrecked rowboat sits upside down among the tide pool. As you approach, you hear a cry for help, a woman screaming for help.
Sound like it's coming from underneath it.
It does, yeah.
Okay, we try and flip the boat or lift it off over
If you
her.
wish to try to flip it, that'd be an athletics check. Yeah. Unless you have some other way of overturning it.
Yep, I will try. Sure.
Perfect. Go for it.
That is
That is not
I'm
a
weak.
fantastic roll to say.
my arms.
Seeing this, I will offer my assistance to come and help lift it as well, if you'd like.
Perfect. In this case, since none of you are terribly strong, what I might actually do is I might do this as another group. Will allow Miranda to re-roll.
I could help, but I've got like no strength.
So you aren't helping?
I'll help.
Okay. I just need to know so I can.
The classic put your back into it.
The DC is.
Rich boy.
As you don't do anything. Just,
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, lift with your knees. Yeah, that's so.
Let's see. I need athletics check. Everyone, please. Yeah. I'm looking for the group DC to beat the athletics check. Miranda, somehow you actually got worse. Instead of a 2,
Strong.
you got a 1, Miranda.
Oh, look, I used all my strength in the first attempt.
It's okay, Michael got a crit. If it wasn't for Michael's crit, I think you guys might have failed that. So, between the four of you, you go to lift the boat. Rani, you reach under the boat and you grab what you think is the boat. And as you go to pull it, you realize it's a little bit scaly and slippery. And as they flip the boat, what's hidden under the boat comes crawling out. This snarling, slithering crustacean. And it does not look happy that you have just flipped over its home. You do not see any screaming woman for help. And now we shall have our first combat. Combat state.
Roll initiative.
Yes, you may freely roll initiative if you wish.
Initiative.
+2 because none of you rolled perception first, so it actually partially surprised you. Even better because it critically succeeded. Very fun.
Doesn't sound very fun, thank you.
That's fine. But let me just show you the artwork for the reef claw, by the way, as it slithers out.
Could be a woman.
I mean,
She's just like really been in the water for a long time and wrinkled up.
Yes, Liam,
I
it
don't
is
see any
definitely
wrinkles there.
a
I mean,
woman.
I don't know about you, but I don't see any wrinkles.
That's
Means it must be quite young.
Very young woman.
So, Elder Audrey and the Dwarf Sage are both going to be less than combatants here, but they both do have healing if you get into a bad situation.
handy.
Alright, the Reef Claw is up first. So, on your turn, you have 3 actions. Similarly, so do NPCs. Rani, because you got a critical failure, you grabbed it. The Reef Claw thinks you were trying to yank it out from its home. It's going to slither at you and strike at you with its claws. And technically you are flat-footed in this case, so it gets a +2 to hit you. Because you have not acted yet, and you guys were...
I have flat feet, yes.
You were surprised by it. Now, I could do that manually, but I'm actually going to assign you the flat-footed effect. Should be...
So what is flat-footed? That I am on my feet, or that I'm not on my...
So flat-footed is effectively you are surprised. It means that your feet are down instead of like up in a combat stance. You are also...
Oh, right.
Yeah.
It's like with boxing, you're not like hopping around. You're just standing there and you can take a hit.
Never mind, I was incorrect. Flat-footed is not a condition I can assign. That is fine.
Narratively, you can.
Narratively, you are flat-footed, so it's going to get a +2, which is what flat-footed does. I just assumed it'd be an effect for it. It swings at you.
Oh, good.
I assume an 18 beats your AC.
Of 16, it should.
Oof.
I love when it rolls, it's a question mark. I'm like, 4. Nice.
Take 4 points of damage. Now you can actually click on your character sheet, and then in chat you can click on the damage button, or there you go, like that.
Perfect.
That's
convenient.
I can also do it, but I figured for your guys' characters, I would explain to you how it works, so you can then do the buttons. Right. So it has now hit you. It is now going to attempt to grapple you. Okay, So it's going to now. So it's reached out and it's pincered at you with its claw, and it's now going to try to grab you with its claw. Sorry, I looked at how its character sheet works last week.
Good.
Okay. Actually, instead of trying to grab you, it's going to realize it is surrounded and just kind of flail about with its claws. I do, however, though, Miranda, because Rani was hit by it, I do need you to make a save against its reef claw of venom.
How do I do
Yeah.
that?
So it is a fortitude save, which if I post this prompt in chat, can you click, if you click on the if you
Yep.
click on that, it should prompt you to actually make the roll. We are learning here. Good for you. You have succeeded.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been potentially bad if you'd failed.
Mm-hmm.
So, it is now going to swing at Dart and Gone with its second action. Now, it has a multi-attack penalty, so it's at a -5 to this hit because it is its second attack this turn. Still is at a +2 because you are flat-footed.
Do a flashy dodge.
A flashy dodge. Well, that's fine. You missed. It missed anyways.
Good. Now I've got panache. Because of how flashy I am. I like how there's like an overlay that says next up when I'm next up.
Yeah. Let me just give you your panache effect, Michael. Like, sorry, I will get faster at these things.
I'm surprised it doesn't do it automatically.
I know, right? And then finally, it's going to swing for one
Nice.
for its last action. It's going to swing at Haldin. So this time with a -10. So likely it won't hit, but it was napping and it is very startled.
So aggressive.
Never mind, I still had the gnome selected, but I don't think a critical miss.
I have an AC of 17.
Yeah, so that's fine. So that is its turn. Moving on to the next player. Let's see. Dart and Gone, you're up. Hemrug, you're up next.
It's my turn. What do I want to?
You have 3 actions, Michael.
I do have 3 actions. I guess I will start with just a normal strike.
Have you drawn your sword yet, sir?
Oh, right. Well, I mean, it says I have.
Well, technically you were lifting the thing, so...
So, I suppose I'll send an action to draw.
Draw your sword, yes.
Although... Say I did.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'll just do a... Oh, I need a target before I...
Yes, you have to mouse over it and press T, Michael. Alright.
They're
Roll-
making me use the
roll learning
keyboard?
Yeah.
Alternatively, in the encounter tracker, you can press the little option next to it of toggle targeting.
Oh yeah, there is a toggle targeting button.
Counter tracking... Wait. Where?
In the
Next to
little
the
encounter
Oh, I
tracker.
floor.
Yep, okay, I see. You can also ping it.
Toggle targeting.
It's underneath the name of the reef claw.
Danger here. Danger here. Danger
Okay,
here.
so
Wait
try
there.
I'll try to play.
Yeah.
You want me to roll
there.
again for that?
Yes.
Okay. Wow.
Nice.
Very nice. Now, does that add the bonus from my panache onto it automatically?
It should, yes.
That, I believe, is like extra or something? Or maybe that's only
It's a
on finish. No,
it's
that's on
your
finishers.
panache. No. Your panache is you constantly have a +2 to your damage. Hold on. Panache.
Let me look
Panache
at the...
is
Yeah, it's 2 additional precision damage.
Precise strike, yeah. And then if you do a finisher, you do 2d6.
Okay. Well, so I do a strike, then I'll do a finisher, which is can I? How would I trigger that? Just clicking on that and then doing a normal strike?
I think at the top of your actions thing, you can toggle finisher, Michael, in your character sheet.
Oh, I can. Okay, so you toggle it before you do a strike.
Yes.
That's cool.
So to be clear, your second attack will be at a -5. So did you want to actually do it on the first one?
No, because I think with finishers, you can't actually take a strike after you do
No.
one.
No, you can't.
So this way, I've got at least 2 attacks possible.
Okay. Perfect. Now, I would like to quickly say, you could have tried to intimidate it first, as an action, to give it a -1 to its AC.
But I was going to save the third action for tumble.
That's fine. So we will take the damage from the first hit, because you definitely hit with your first attack. That's the finisher. Jesus, Michael. 10 damage.
Nice. And yeah, I guess I did forget to do the damage for the first one.
That's okay.
And then just click damage on that first attack.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
That's some good damage, Michael. You
That is some
stab
good
at
damage.
it, slashing your rapier into it, smashing it with your blade, ripping at the crustacean's outer hide. Right.
And then I'm gonna try and tumble through it to get behind Rani.
Tumble
So
through. Mm-hmm.
I attempt a acrobatics check against its reflex DC.
Yep. Hey, look, that gave you panache, Michael.
Oh, so that does it automatically. Okay.
Yep.
And I'll like move over. I'll tumble through it.
Perfect.
And that's the end of my turn. I assume I click the very handy end turn button.
Yes. I like it how it actually shows you where you started for your turn too. It was a little grey token for where you were. Something I will educate everyone on. If you are flanking a creature, it becomes flat-footed, so you have +2 to your rolls. But to be flanking, you have to actually be opposite side, so everyone's aware.
So actual flanking.
Okay.
Yes.
Action 1 for Hemrug.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
He will raise his shield. Number 2, he's going to pull out one of his pickaxes.
Yep. It's old light pick.
And then he's going to smash.
That's a good hit. Not a crit, but that's a good hit. All right, Ben, you want to roll damage? Click the damage button in chat.
Yeah. I'm assuming just that.
Nice. The Reef Claw takes a hit from your pickaxe as you skewer it through the head. The Reef Claw collapses, dead.
Thought I would put up more of a fight.
Me too.
Sushi.
Oh, I've now got the party in front of me. What?
Yes. It pops that up at the end of the encounter, because if you're moving on to exploration or aftermath, you can select activities. In this case, you can just close it because we're continuing walking around. It's a nice little party character sheet thing. I go sign XP.
Yeah, I'm not going first anymore.
Y'all
You
get
guys can lead the
40
way.
XP.
So,
There you go.
Seth,
Mm-hmm.
is there a way to add additional actions to, like, the action menu?
You mean your little hot bar down the bottom?
Oh, I didn't even notice that. No, I was more referring to the actions on the character sheet.
So, now I will educate all of you. If you select your token, you should have on your action bar a little button that looks like the action symbol, and when you mouse over it, it'll say Basic Actions Macro. If you click that, it'll bring up a little Basic Actions. These are all actions you can do based on your character during encounter, exploration, and downtime. The blue ones are ones you are trained in. And if you mouse over them, it'll tell you actually if you're the best in the party at that skill.
Yeah, I just noticed that. That's what made me go, oh my god.
So yes, Michael, most things acrobatic you are the best in.
Serious question. How am I the best in the party at climbing?
I think you're the only
Dwarfs
one
are
with
sturdy.
strength.
I mean, the disarm makes sense to me, but...
Okay, so those, I suppose, are the universal ones, and the actions on your character sheet are the ones specific to you?
Yes.
Okay.
And then also, you should have also on your hotbar a little player screen button, which will let you see just general background rules and information, and also see descriptions of different actions that aren't on that list. This is just, I thought I'd put those there to try to help. I think mostly the basic actions macro will be very useful for everyone overall, because it's like, oh, these are the actions I can do with my character, with my skills, you know?
Yep.
So,
Would
it's all going to
Seek
be a big learning curve.
Would Seek be used to like look under the boat to see what else is under there?
Yes, so Seek is an action where you scan an area for signs of creatures or objects. Pretty much you normally search around 30 feet around you. To be clear, again, on that little player sheet, you can also search, I think, if you Seek. Oh, never mind. Anyways. But yes, feel free to ask any questions. I am
would
sorry.
like to search the boat.
Miranda, you technically should have taken one less point of damage. Whenever you guys roll initiative, because she's an oracle, you all get a +2 to your initiative, and you get temporary hit points equal to her level. So technically, you should have all had one temporary hit point. I forgot to point that out.
Are you up to, or do I just manually?
Oh, you can manually raise your hit points by one, or if you want, I can. Up to you. There you go.
I think that worked.
Yep. Perfect. So, anyways, this is going to take some getting used to, but we will work this out. So, Liam, I assume you wanted to take the seek action and look around?
Yeah. Just roll normal?
Yep. Roll normal.
I did not mean to roll that privately.
That's fine. So seek norm. I think. I think seek might often be a secret check.
I can't even see what I rolled.
Exactly. So perception checks
for you, I
in
guess?
Pathfinder are for the DM to make for you. So if you ask me, hey, can I seek? Technically, if we were in person, I would roll it. So you've been like, I'm rolling seek. You don't find out what you rolled. I just tell you what you see. It's very handy that automatically does that with these character sheets. So I'm sorry to say, you do not know what you roll. But as you look around, you see that this rowboat recently washed up. It looks like the crustacean, the reef claw that crawled in there, hasn't been sleeping there long. It's made a little nest for itself in the sand. There's some objects like broken oars, chunks of wood, some broken crates kind of lying around. Nothing really pokes out as interest to you.
Alrighty. Moving on.
Michael and Miranda, either of you two want to do anything over here with the reefed law, or are you all moving
all
on?
good. Moving on behind people. That's what
I
I'm doing.
don't think there's much we can loot from a body of a... Unless you want to dig around the stomach.
Perfect.
Does anybody want to dig around this? Look around the stomach?
I'm good.
Nah, I'm good.
The other two
No,
continue to follow you.
that's messy work.
Elder Audrey says, "Good work. You really dealt with that crustacean. Those storms really have washed up quite a bit on these shores. You should pay attention to the beaches and make sure nothing of interest or help has gone unnoticed."
If that doesn't sound like wise advice pointed out, I don't know what does.
So, as you guys approach the broken bridge, you see two weather-worn stone statues stand on either side of a 15-foot wide rift in the shore, extending their arms towards one another. A partially completed, partially eroded old stone bridge doesn't quite cross the gulf. In the water 15 feet below, the surf crashes on a worn wedge of stone that might have at one time been part of the bridge. I read the other box text really easy. This time, nah. So, you guys are now at a little bit of a skill challenge. How are you guys going to get across the collapsed bridge? Real question.
How far's the drop?
So the drop down, it's not too far. It's only about 5. It depends on the tide. At this point, the drop down is about so it's a 15-foot drop to the water. Currently, it is about low tide. It looks like when it gets to high tide, it might be closer to like 10 feet. But currently, it's a 15-foot drop down.
Does anyone have rope?
Yes, I think we should.
Everyone has rope in their adventurer's kit except for
Yeah.
Liam, because he doesn't have one.
I was asking. Anyone got some
How far
rope
is
that we
the
can borrow?
gap between the two bits?
The gap between your side of the bridge and the other side is roughly 15 feet as well.
If I could borrow someone's rope, I'll attach it to my crossbow mode and shoot it across.
Well, that's a better idea than tossing me, so...
My horse make that jump?
Potentially, with a good enough run up and a good enough athletics check. Otherwise, your horse might have a hard time here.
How deep is the water below us?
So it's a 15-foot drop to the water, Ben. As for how deep it is, it looks like it's about low tide currently. You cannot see any rocks, though.
Oops.
I will quickly say, Dartangon. You notice, you hear a fluttering and a creaking sound of wood. And from behind you, from underneath the flipped over rowboat that you've now righted in the sand of the ruins that was underneath it, you see a little hempen bag of cloth just being yanked out of the sand by what looks like a flying invisible creature. And you hear a very conniving voice saying, "Mine! Mine!"
They're making off with the treasure that we left behind.
Dickie, is that you?
As you watch, you see its concentration on its invisibility drops as it's lifting up this bag that's about as big as it. I'll give an art handout for what it looks like.
I alert the party to the fact that there's a boat And B, that there's somebody taking our treasure that we rightfully earned and definitely didn't leave behind because we didn't notice it.
I mean, I didn't see any treasure back there.
He didn't. So, if you guys want to try and stop the creature, you can try to call out and intimidate or persuade it, or you can initiate combat. Are your options.
Yeah.
Miranda, do you want to
do my
the one thing that you're moderately good at?
And I'm apparently the best at.
You are actually tied for the best at. It doesn't tell you this, sorry.
I'm tied. Oh, that's not fair. Can I do that?
Sure. As I said, I will accept social skills here. The bard Phil is not here, so... Miranda, are you going to try to intimidate it?
How do you select?
So you can just roll an intimidation check. If you want to select it, you can mouse over and press T as a target, but you don't have to. And simply make the intimidation check from... Too far! I was actually saying you can just make it intimidation check. You don't have to do the demoralize action.
Aww,
But if you want, I will let you move closer. It's the same thing. Just make the demoralize check. I think it's a range of 30 feet. Let me double check.
Yep, there we go. That's enough.
Yeah, it's 30 feet. So you were just outside of range.
Success. Speaks the language.
I mean, if it speaks the language, that is a success. Yes. The creature looks over in your direction, Rani, and he drops the bag. With a sickening thud, the waterproof leather bag drops into the sand. And he looks at you, and his eyes go wide, and he yells, "You shouldn't see me!" And with that, he puffs back into invisibility.
Very good.
Thought about using the boats to travel across the bridge? I mean, sure, it might be a bit damaged, but you know, might be very damaged. But as long as you keep bailing,
might be a safer way for the horse than jumping. But also, jumping's fun.
I mean, if it's big enough, we could like put it across the place, like
the rowboat
in between the water.
Is not big enough for that. It's about 10 feet long. It can hold about 4 creatures. It does look like it's seen better days.
How long was it to the stone in the middle of between the bridge?
So there is no actual stone like in the middle holding up the bridge.
I thought there was like a... Oh, maybe I misheard. I thought there was like a... something jutting out of the water that it used to be.
There are support beams underneath where the wooden planks are. They're just kind of in the sides of There's none like in the middle.
Okay.
Rani, I will move the waterproof leather bag next to you for people who want to click on it and loot it. It has, to be clear, a potion of water breathing and some coin.
And if someone presses the loot button, does it go to that person or does it split it? Or how do you...
I'm pretty certain it loots it to you.
Okay, clicking on items just announces it in chat.
All I see, I can't even open it.
Double click.
Do you have to... I'll double click.
There's a distribute coins button, to be clear. And I'm pretty certain if you open your character sheet, you can drag and drop the potion into your character sheet.
I mean, we could give the horse the potion of water breathing and
I mean, you guys
swim around.
You guys do know that horses can swim, right?
Yeah, I don't think it needs to breathe underwater.
I'm gonna make my way over to the water edge and see.
I was able to drag into my character sheet.
There you go. So that's how you You loot it, team. So
Gonna
Pathfinder
share that gold, huh?
has built-in
Oh, you can take the
lootable
silver pieces.
items like this. So that's how.
How do we distribute?
There's a distribute coins button, but considering Michael's already taken 1 gold, which is worth 10 silver, you might want to take 10 silver for yourself. Is that a fill?
But that's not equal, right?
Tasting.
What if I do this?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. How's it going?
Doing good. How you guys?
Hello.
Michael, I will confidently say with that check, you were able to palm the 1 gold piece from the bag before anyone saw it. So they think it only has the 20 silvers.
Amazing. Well, I'm a generous person, so I don't need to split share in this treasure that you guys split up.
That's 5 silver pieces each then. Is there a way to take like only a set amount?
Let's see.
See, now that's the tricky bit, isn't it?
If I unselect, hold on. If I unselect Dartingon and go distribute the 20 silvers, it should give each of you 5. Yep, there you go.
Yeah.
I did.
Nice.
Nice.
Very
No more
handy.
bag.
I have money again.
To be fair, Phil, we've probably spent half an hour of the hour actually figuring out how things work. So,
Okay, fair.
anyways, Phil, to very quickly, are you ready to be caught up or?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so very quickly, you are about halfway between your village of Osprey Cove and the Iron Harbor. What is in a place that is known as the Kindred Crossing. It is kind of the halfway point. You're 9 miles from like both towns, and it's where there should be a nice bridge, but that nice bridge has collapsed from there being a small feud between the 2 towns.
Okay.
You are joined by Elder Audrey, who has selected all of you to go with her on this little ambassador mission to the other town after the mysterious person from Iron Harbor washed up at your guys' town, dying to crossbow wounds, which, due to medicine checks by Rani, who is played by Miranda, and Haldin, who's played by Liam, they worked out that it was what was it? It was a certain
Centipede
venom.
bite.
It was centipede
giant
venom.
Giant centipede, that's it.
Yeah, giant centipede venom. And
Hang on.
and that he was suffering from a disease that was causing his skin and muscles to atrophy.
Interesting.
Is Rani just short for Miranda?
What do you mean? That's actually not the origin, but if you rearrange things.
I know it's not the origin, but unless she wants to start eating a bunch of silver to turn her skin blue.
But I didn't actually think of that, but that is not a nickname I've ever been called, so it didn't even come to me.
Now that Rani could be a nickname for Miranda.
I mean, it definitely could be.
Okay. Anyways, the other people on your travels are a human inventor named Haldin Thorn, who is known in your town for trying to be a good person and helping people, but normally ends up blowing up things. Played by Liam.
Very good.
Rani, the Oracle, whose eyes are always fixated on the stars, and she's often trying to not exactly tell people their fortune, but she's trying to. She always seems to be in a situation just before something bad happens.
I see. Okay. Do you ever stare at the sun as well? That's a star.
I mean, yeah.
Do you ever praise the sun?
You have the wonderful Dartingon, played by Michael, the little gnome Swashbuckler, who tries to defend the town from evil, most of which is imaginary, like the evil seagulls. But he also tries to defend the town from the evil of boredom by always doing ridiculous things.
Not to be mistaken with his brother Dart and Bean.
Dart and Bean. Okay.
And finally, your cousin, Hemrug Silverbeard, a middle-aged dwarven champion who just does his best to keep a watch over the little town of Osprey Cove, and tries to keep up with the young'uns by riding around on his horse, which he is now awkwardly trying to figure out how to get that horse across a broken bridge.
I see, okay.
How deep and rough is the water here, by the way?
It's so a storm just passed the other day, which is what washed up that guy. Because of that, the coast is still a little bit rough. The water coming in is quite high and strong and powerful way. And finally, Phil, so we are at this little crossing in the middle of the highway. They found a flipped over rowboat because there's lots of debris washed up on the coast. They heard a woman screaming for help. They flipped over the rowboat to find a giant crustacean that then attacked them, and they then murdered it. They then walked away to the bridge. A little mischievous imp materialized to pull loot out from under the rowboat. Rani intimidated it into dropping the loot, and it disappeared. And you guys had just looted a potion of water breathing and some coins. Unfortunately, 1 gold was palmed by the Swashbuckler. Otherwise, you're all caught up. There's a bridge here. It's a 15-foot drop down. This bridge used to connect the two towns, but it has fallen into disrepair as the towns have been feuding for the last few years. It's a 15-foot cross across and a 15-foot drop down. The party's like, well, we have a horse, there's a rowboat, we could use rope. They were trying to figure out what to do when the imp stole the loot that was under the rowboat that they'd missed. Otherwise, you're all caught up.
How much of the bridge is remaining? Could it be attached together again, or is there chunks missing from it?
There are lots of planks missing. Potentially, you could reattach ropes. Oh, one last thing, Phil. I recommend if you go to the audio, the playlists, I recommend you put everything at 50%, and I recommend you put interface at 20 to 30, because most actions have sound effects, like shooting a gun, and that goes through the interface sound, even though there's an animations tab, and just so you aren't jump scared by a critical hit.
Sure, okay. Thank you.
Perfect. That was my last note. Anyways, so you could potentially try to temporarily repair the bridge, Liam, and raise it back up. You would have to get the ropes from the other side, though, so that would involve someone swimming down.
I mean, I could get to the other side.
Yeah. If you want to take time, you could probably get planks from the rowboat and try to put the bridge back together, at least temporarily.
I was thinking
to spend time.
If we pulled one side up from this side, I could try and jump across and then pull the other side up. But
I think
one idea.
We could just get in the boat and have the horse get wet. I don't want to I don't want to come up with too complicated of a plan here, but my vast experience.
I would like to see if the horse can swim in the water with the water current.
Well, how choppy are the waves?
Well, as I said, it's been a very rough storm the last few days. It is now after the storm, but there's still some not super bad waves, but there's still some difficult waves.
How damaged is the boat?
The rowboat's moderately damaged. You'll definitely take on water if it's put out.
I could use quick repair and repair it in a minute.
Hey.
That would be
That's
handy.
an idea.
Ben, do you want
Fix
to
a
make
damage
an
item, place an
athletics
item
check
to use it.
for the horse? And I'm going to read Liam's ability.
Not a swim check.
Is it not a... Oh,
Okay.
sure.
I can click
Swim.
which
Make
is
a-
long and...
Make a swim check. If that's a thing.
He ain't swimming nowhere.
Well, you can try and jump it if you want.
Your horse kind of puts a few hooves in the water, very quickly second guesses itself, and starts backing up. Well, one other thing I will tell you, on your hotbar at the bottom of your screen, you should have a little action icon. If you select your character's token and then click that thing, it's called the basic actions macro. It'll bring up a list of actions you can do if it's an encounter, exploration, or downtime. And the blue ones are ones you are trained in. And if you mouse over them, it'll actually tell you if you're the best in the party at it.
Oh wait, hang on. So I've got the quick bar down below, and then
Yep.
where do I go?
Is there a basic actions macro on there?
Oh, I see. Right.
Yep.
Okay, and the blue ones I'm the best at.
Yep. No, blue ones you are trained at, and if you mouse over it, it'll tell you you're the best at it.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Also, due to quick repair is not an exploration, it's now an encounter.
Oh, so you can do it faster. Yeah. So
Yeah.
exploration actions normally take 10 minutes, just as a heads up for everyone.
Okay.
So there are other actions on top of those. Those are just the more normal one. But
Gotcha. Okay.
just for some easy reference. Okay.
Perfect.
Liam, quick repair, huh?
Yeah. Gonna pull out my artisan kit and unfold my multi-tool, and if we want the boat, I'll do quick repair.
I think it's a good idea.
I think it's a good option.
Time to pimp our ride.
Liam's just gonna... Okay, alright. Make a... It says crafting check, right?
Yes.
I can help
Wait, quick repair. The repair activity,
Yes.
which is a crafting check. Well, there's a...
If there's a repair button, just press it. It'll work itself out.
I need to drag an item here to do the repair button.
What item is it?
I can help by painting racing stripes. It makes it go faster.
Does my artisan thing count as a repair toolkit?
Ooh, actually, you are holding or wearing a repair kit. No, Liam, it does not. Repair kit.
Well, because my
different.
artisan's toolkit states it can be multiple different ones. Like it doesn't have a set thing. I was looking at it.
Okay.
It says it's like different sets are needed for different work as determined by the GM for a blacksmith's toolkit. I would like to have a repair toolkit if I have to choose between an
and yes, it is
toolkit.
a crafting check. So just make me a crafting check, and then we don't have to find an item. And it takes 1 minute instead of 10 minutes. If you're a master at crafting, it takes 3 actions. So currently, Liam, it still takes 1 minute.
Yeah, 1 minute. So I just roll the crafting skill.
Yep.
Just normal? Or...
Just normal.
Okay, is it anyone helping or?
If someone's giving you aid, they can. I assume Michael's aiding by painting racing stripes on it.
Yes. Yes, I am. What would that be crafting?
So you aren't actually rolling. You're just giving him
okay.
aid, which gives him...
Oh, good. That
And
means I don't have to actually do anything.
Can I can you do guidance on a normal?
Yes, you can do guidance. Actually, Michael, sorry, I do need from you what a DC 15 check to successfully aid him. In this case, I'm going to say, because you want to paint racing stripes on it, right?
Yep.
We drew the blood from the...
Oh, God. The blood that has been washed away.
Or maybe just, some charged driftwood.
Yes.
Ash.
In this case, Michael, why don't you make a... None of these are great related skills for helping him. I would say probably a survival check to try to help him get the things he needs as he's repairing it.
Okie dokie.
That beats a 15, so Liam, you get a +1
Hey.
bonus to your check from him, and
Okay.
Miranda's given you guidance, which should automatically give you an additional +1 bonus.
Okay, so if I just manually add, wait, do I have to perhaps read skills? Crafting. There we go. On to guidance, and then +1 circumstance from
Aid. Yep.
Michael. Okay.
There you go.
Roll.
That's pretty
19.
good. Pretty good. You managed to put the rowboat back together, at least to a point where it'll take on a little bit of water, but not much. You can it'll definitely last at least a minute or two to get around the coast.
Wahoo.
It can only fit 4 creatures, or if it's fitting the horse plus 2 others. So some people are still going to need to try to cross otherwise. Unless you want to try to come back with the rowboat, but it might not last that long.
I can try and jump across.
Okay.
Definitely not like I don't trust my own work or anything, but I'm sure you guys will be fine. Trust me, I'm an engineer.
I assumed the best ones probably should be Elder Audrey and the horse, and then whoever doesn't want to risk crossing.
I'll cross.
I would
Swimming
say
isn't not my strong suit, but I don't think so. But what were you gonna say? Sorry.
I was gonna say Ben should probably go with his horse, but he's the best one at athletics, so he should probably jump it.
Yeah, if one of you who aren't so good at it want to go on it, then on the boat, then
What about acrobatics?
You can use acrobatics to cross, Michael. Yes.
I will parkour across the bit where it's
Parkour.
or
horse is there. I'm gonna make my way that way. It's gonna take me a minute, but I'll get there.
What
Okay.
skill would it be to swim?
It would be athletics.
There's
there's
a
also a
plus.
swim check, isn't there?
There is, but it's part of athletics, Michael.
Can I guidance myself and get
Yes.
swim?
So I think, Phil, they've all voluntarily said you're taking the boat and just automatically crossing. They're putting you
Hang
with
on.
the other old lady.
So I'm going in the boat, and
Yeah.
that's an automatic win.
Yeah, because Liam repaired the rowboat.
Okay.
I
Well,
hope-
I had an idea.
Right.
Do we have any rope or anything?
Yeah,
If
you
you
have
wanna make
rope in your adventurers pack. Everyone does, except for
Has
Liam.
anyone tried using rope yet, or no?
No, they all got
I suggested
distracted
it, and
by the
everyone
rowboat.
put it down.
Okay, so I have an idea of using telekinetic hand, grabbing
Mhm.
one end of the rope, taking the telekinetic hand to grab the rope, and then place it over here
Okay,
and wrap it onto something,
that's fine.
That's a
and
good idea.
perhaps we can climb across the rope.
Okay,
Would that make it easier?
yeah, that helps. Does anyone want to go in the boat, or is it just the horse and the old lady then?
I
Well,
guess
I
we
mean,
should
if-
see the other.
If he doesn't want to, then I'll go on the boat.
Okay.
I just
No.
figured if we can get some rope over there, it might be able to.
I mean, it
I'm
would
gonna
work.
jump it.
I would like to see the horse try and walk the tightrope.
We're cruising. We'll see you around the other side.
Perfect.
Alright, go for it.
So
Despite the fact that I'm probably the best to climb. the rope.
with your telekinetic hand, it goes over and it starts tying the rope. Let me see.
20 feet in any direction.
Yes. So fortunately for you, it is 15 feet across, so you would be able to reach it.
Right.
If you go to your spellcasting, at the top there should be underneath Bard. There's spell DC, and then a little dice. Can you click the dice to see how well your hand ties the rope?
Sure. Any circumstances or things like that?
Nope.
Just normal?
Just normal.
Okay, just roll.
Yep. Well, that's a good roll.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, your hand ties a very firm knot of rope to the other side.
Excellent.
Nice.
Liam, are you using explosive leap?
Yeah, I really want to try it. I pull out my Lancer, crank it up, and then launch myself.
Automatically
succeed.
leap 30 feet.
30 feet.
Yep.
And now I rolled a unstable check.
Does he blow up? That's the real question.
I blow up. Well, just... Oh, wait, it's not a critical failure. It doesn't blow up. I just can't
It
use it
becomes
anymore, right?
incapable.
Yeah.
So, Rani, are you swimming or are you climbing across Phil's rope? I will say swimming will be easier, but you'll get wet. Climbing across the rope will be slightly harder, but you know.
You didn't want to go in the boat?
No.
Great
I
confidence in
wasn't-
our repair job.
I was keen, but then I got persuaded, and then now apparently I don't know.
I mean, once again, if nobody else would go on the boat, then I'd go on the boat.
Miranda, did you want
I
to
would-
instead
I-
take the boat?
I mean, it is your
Fine,
It
I
would
will
probably
take
be the better
the
option of the
boat.
two of us to not go on the boat.
All right, let me move you over here. You are now with... So the women and the horse get the boat, and everyone else has to figure it out for themselves.
Climb to go across the rope, Seth?
So, it is an athletics check to climb across the rope. It is an acrobatics check to balance your way across the rope.
That cock for so long and then went to a 2. It was almost a 20.
Anyways, Ben, even though you were climbing on a nice rope, you unfortunately slip off of the rope and you fall. Can you make me, and I'm going to send this to chat, to try to grab an edge, you can make a reflex save as a reaction. You fail the reflex save and fall into the water with a resounding sploosh.
Classic dwarf. Dwarves just sink, don't they?
Especially dwarf wearing armor.
Oof.
Fortunately for you, it is not terribly deep. It's only about currently, because it's low tide, the water's only about 5 feet deep. So you don't really take much damage. You're just wet.
But
Don't
he's not
worry, guys.
drowning or anything.
I'll see you around there.
Perfect. You start swimming. As you swim, you get passed by the boat.
Nice.
We'll just smile and wave as we go
Smile and
past.
Not even offer
Damn
him a rope.
cowardly
No.
horse. Didn't want to swim.
You should get him to be the outboard motor.
So, of the Swashbuckler and the Bard, it's an athletics check to climb. It is a acrobatics check to walk across the tightrope.
Oh, I'm acrobaticsing.
Alright, you
Okay.
go first.
I might even stop and wave. Oh, shit. Pride goeth before a fall.
You have a good +7. I will
Quite literally.
likewise give you a DC 15 reflex save to try to catch yourself on the rope before you fall.
Oh, a reflex.
Yes.
I see the button.
You make it. You manage to grab a hold of the rope. You are now dangling underneath it.
I'll just hang around. I'll do the rope crawl. The
Athletics check, then.
under rope crawl. Crawl.
Crawl, yes.
slow, but it's stable.
12 is not good enough, and you slip and
God.
fall from the rope as it sways in the wind. Another reflex
A
save, or you fall. You manage to catch yourself on the ledge on the far side, and you pull yourself up.
Easy! Anybody could do it.
Okay, old bard, how's it going?
Oh god. Funnily enough, I'm actually better at acrobatics, so I'm going to try that.
Okay.
Parkour.
Oh my god, if you're better at that, I don't want to see your athletics. Anyways, can I
We're
have a
about to.
reflex save to grab an edge as you fall from the rope?
Sure. This is not a good day to be dwarf.
It's not a good day
Nope.
to be a dwarf. You fall past the rope, past the ledge, and splash into the water. The
No.
Good thing
waves,
dwarfs are amphibious, right?
the waves smothering
natural
you with
habitat.
waves and water as you begin to
Excellent.
drift.
Oh, my papers are going to get wet.
They are.
Start kicking, boy.
Yeah.
Very annoyingly for me, one of my modules that was working last week isn't working. Phil, as you swim past the shore, you notice this on the small little island with your passive perception, a little hidden object shoved into the area. Let me.
Interesting.
So when I tested this last week, to be clear, if you came within range and your passive perception beat it, it would automatically send you the message of the item and reveal it to you. Unfortunately, it's not working now, so I have no idea why, but I'll work it out in the future.
That's pretty cool, though.
Congratulations, you're better than the freeloaders in the boat.
I'm going to go check this thing out, whatever this is.
It is a little hidden cache wedged in the rocks. There's also an active perception DC, and if you make a perception DC near a hidden object, it would also reveal it. Again, it's not currently working, so I have to manually do it. But Liam,
Yo.
I will put it in chat. There's a crossbow bolt stuck into the wooden post. It looks quite unusual.
Ooh.
So, as the rest of you go all the way up there on your little rowboat and get off of it, as the rowboat begins to sink, you guys disembark. Meanwhile,
How do I grab it? So I drag it into my
your character
onto
sheet,
my
yes.
character.
Yes. So, Phil, as you're the only one on this little island, because no one's going past it and made a perception check, when their passive perceptions were not high enough, you're the only one who technically sees the loot on this little island.
Ooh. Okay.
If you double-click on the hidden cache token, you will open up its loot.
This is 3 just bolts.
Yep.
Ooh.
3 bolts?
3 crossbow bolts are stuck into that wooden post, Liam.
Ooh.
If you want...
Sorry, I sent you a request for something.
To try to identify the spell scroll, yeah.
Yeah.
And the answer is no.
Okay.
Do not get to identify it. You'd have to try to. The old-fashioned way with a check. But currently you are a little bit wet and it's hard to concentrate here. You'll have to drag it. Do it on land. Liam,
Okay, so
if you
hit
want...
loot.
Yes.
What was that, Phil? Sorry?
Oh, I just said, do I hit loot and I get everything? Is that how that works?
If you press loot selected token, I think it might give everything to your character sheet. Otherwise, you can drag it over onto your character sheet.
Okay.
Say, have both open. There you go. Everyone's gonna
Oh.
potentially see that you're taking things.
So that's okay.
Oh.
He got alcohol.
Oh.
No,
Rations!
Yes, so this system has this game has a system of unidentified magic items and magical scrolls and potions. When you guys find them, they will show up as just unusual or unidentified, and you have to make a
Nice.
check, and then I get to reveal it.
That's cool.
So, well, Liam,
Yes.
you can make a crafting check on those crossbow bolts to try to
I
figure out
shall.
to examine them.
Just normal roll.
Normal crafting check, yes. So,
25.
fortunately for you, you've seen the wounds that crossbow bolts like this make on that poor man who washed up at your town. In addition, you notice tiny traces of giant centipede venom that remain on the crossbow bolts, and were and avoided being washed away by the rain as a result of being lodged in the.
Some spicy bolts.
Very spicy.
So can I transform those into, there's separates, so I can rename them.
They don't technically have enough strength left to be considered actually poisoned, to be clear. Because it's mostly washed away.
So they're just normal crossbow bolts?
They're just normal crossbow bolts. There's not enough trace left to actually be dangerous, if that makes sense.
Okay. So no longer spicy bolts.
No. They were spicy in terms of, at one point, they just aren't anymore. Phil, I'm going to assume you did grab your rope.
Yeah, I would grab that.
You untied it with your phantom hand?
Yes.
How much time would it have taken for us to wait for everyone to get onto to row across?
It's now about 12:30 p.m. Guys,
Would there have been about 10 minutes?
For everyone to get across?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, because I could then retune my innovation.
Hello, buddy.
To no longer be malfunctioning.
Perfect. You cleaned it up some. So, you're all now on the other side of the bridge and can continue on your way to Iron Harbor.
Quick, scan the shore. There be treasure about.
Yeah, we'll just do perception checks every single.
We're beachcombing now.
Beachcombing, yeah.
We need metal detectors.
Unfortunately, this does partially encourage you guys to be like, where's loot? I will say, I will be nice and say you found all the hidden loot on this map.
Okay.
Okay, good.
I was about to say, the sea action itself is a 30 feet area, right?
Yes.
So we could just position ourselves so that each one covers a 30-foot area and just seek.
Yes, Miranda?
Could I try move up a little bit?
Yeah.
Detect magic.
Sure.
Ooh.
See if there's anything.
That's a cantrip.
I assume that is a cantrip, yes.
That's really cool.
Whoa.
Nice.
Oh my goodness.
Was that a ping saying there was something, or?
In this case, no. If there was magic items, it would actually reveal them. In this case, you do not find any. The only magic that is in the area is being carried by Audrey is actually carrying a magic item in her inventory, to be clear. Which is potentially why you would have gotten a ping. And also Ficklebart's spell scroll also counts as a magic item, what he found. But otherwise, there are no magic items. But yes, it's a very cool animation.
Fluff-wise, my stuff's powered by Arcana, but
yes,
mechanically, no.
Yes.
Arcana? I barely know her.
Yeah.
So, before you guys move up further, as you are exploring, there are certain actions you can take. In this case, you can who's in front and keeping watch is going to be my main question.
Well, who's got a good perception?
Who's got keen eyes?
Point
I think the
out if an
highest
action-
Anyone got
perception
some keen sight?
is the bard, followed by the swashbuckler, and then everyone else, and then finally the inventor.
There you go.
Oh wait, I probably should have rolled a balance on the tightrope. I'm sure it's the same exact number.
So, the actions you can take while you're exploring, I will link these, but to just very quickly run through them. I'll actually put this in resource. You can avoid notice, which is effectively you are making stealth. You are moving at half your movement speed, though, and you as a party generally move to the same speed as the lowest denominator. You can defend, which is you move at half speed, but you automatically have your shield raised if combat starts, which is often helpful if you're in the front and worried about getting shot. You can detect magic at regular intervals, which is what I assume Miranda's doing.
Mm-hmm.
You can follow the expert, which means you can choose an ally attempting something such as climbing, and you are automatically giving them assistance. And then if you copy them, you are automatically also getting assistance from them. You can hustle, which is you're moving at double movement speed, which is only good if you're all hustling. You can investigate, which is you are looking for things. You can scout ahead looking for danger, which gives your party a +1 bonus to initiative. And obviously you can search for hidden items.
I will probably scout, given that I'm
On the
even at
horse?
half speed. I'm still moving at an alright speed.
Perfect.
If we're moving at half speed, I guess we could have somebody doing investigate and somebody doing detect magic for our standard traveling.
Mhm.
I will follow the expert.
Perfect. Now, technically, I have a checklist here. I can be like, who's doing what, but I need to actually work out how that works. So, for now, I will quickly physically write down till I work out. So, Rani, I assume you're still detecting magic.
Mm-hmm.
Ben, you are scouting
Mhm.
the horse.
I'll investigate if I can, because from
Mhm.
my experience of sneaking over towards Iron Harbor, I'll try and
Yes.
recall some knowledge about the area.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. Michael, who are you following the leader on to help?
I'll follow Ben. If he's scouting ahead on his horse as the far rider, or the outrider, I'll be the one more closer to the group.
And Phil, what might you be doing?
I'll probably investigate as well, because I've got the bardic law, which allows me to recall knowledge on pretty much any topic.
Perfect.
Let's do it.
Perfect. So, Michael, as you're at the front scouting, can you make me a scouting lore check, please? Because I know that's something you actually have. I'm pretty certain you do have that as a
I do,
proficiency.
yes.
Yes. Perfect. Also, I need to very quickly, I forgot to give everyone XP for defeating the nasty bridge. Hold on. Because in this
Die.
game
Did we
you
defeat
get
it?
you crossed it, yes.
Okay.
Because
We
technically
made it.
in this game you get
Whoa.
XP for multiple things.
We made it cross.
We really did
Yep.
cross the bridge, didn't we?
Been giving your XP. So, Miranda, you are
Crossed it off.
continuing to check for magic. You do not find any magic in
Mm-hmm.
the areas as you move along.
It's all good.
Then you are scouting ahead, giving people a +1 bonus to their initiative.
Mhm.
And then can I have Haldin and Ficklebart make a perception check?
I
How
can
do
just
we
click on that
add?
perception guy. That's cool.
I'd automatically added it.
So, Phil, perception checks in this game are technically done by the DM, and the players don't get to see their totals. Because you don't actually know how well you have searched.
Okay.
Ooh.
This is something Liam found out the hard way when he was looking for that hidden treasure under the boat. He was like, well, I made a perception check. I don't know what I got.
So you don't know if you succeed or not, so you don't know
Yeah.
the results.
Mhm.
So, okay, I like that. That makes more sense.
Exactly. So, that was Ficklebart's roll. Liam, are you gonna roll too?
Yeah, what do I roll,
What's your
sorry?
roll, sir? Perception check. It's in chat.
Okay. Ooh,
Just above Phil's roll, you see.
I see. Roll normal.
You both rolled really well. Okay. So, because of all of you rolling incredibly well, especially with the scouting lore, I will start from the top. Dartingon, as you're traveling in the front with Rani and the dwarf Hemrug, you notice that the cliffside to the south is a little bit. The gravel is definitely looks more climbable than the rest of the hillside, and it also you see what looks like tracks, as if someone recently went up and down it.
Huh. I mean, I suppose that's one way to get across the bridge.
Ficklebart and Haldin, you two notice that at the top of the gravel bowl, about 20, maybe 30 feet up, there's a little hidden cave covered with shrubbery that you wouldn't normally notice. But now that you're actually looking around the area, you do notice it. And you especially notice, staring out of the darkness, there's two glowing yellow eyes that are watching you, and the glint of a crossbow bolt as they're pointing it in your direction. And
I
with
assume
that,
we are like sharing these and not keeping it privately to ourselves.
yeah, I'm
Sniper!
assuming so.
Cuts off.
Sniper! And with that, we will go to combat.
Sniper? I barely know her.
And you guys are not surprised as she attacks and sends forth her giant centipede.
Ugh.
What does she look like? Like a drow or something?
I will send you artwork for her right
That
now.
looks more like a gift something.
There you go.
Ooh.
She looks like a little dark iron dwarf or little dark underground gnome. It's hard to tell from this distance.
Right.
No, definitely no fucking gnomes.
You also see two giant centipedes begin slithering down the
Oh
side
boy.
of the hill under her command as she points at you guys and says something in a language. I will actually put what she says in chat under her language on the off chance one of you knows it. I'm assuming you
Were we meant to choose languages when we created our character?
Yes, I'm the same. I've got unknown for.
I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 unallocated
Well,
languages.
we will sort that out
yeah.
before next time.
I happen to know exactly what she's saying. What do you know?
When it comes to the initiative, don't forget to put the +1 circumstance
So,
from the scout.
when you guys roll initiative, you get +1 from scouting. Hold on. You get +2 from Miranda's Oracle bonus because she foresaw something bad was about to happen. So you guys actually get, and Michael was also helping with the scouting, so you actually get a +4 to your initiatives.
Do
We
we
do
just
manually.
edit the single?
So when you go to down below the trained and wisdom, you'll see modifiers. The default's +1. Just put 4 in there and hit.
Right.
Do we
There
get to raise shields? Did I hear you say that was like
No,
an
that
action?
is that is taking the defend action. That
Oh,
is,
okay.
you are deliberately moving with your shield up because you're assuming someone's going to attack you.
So what was it? And the modifier plus.
Plus 4. Actually, yes, Michael, I do understand your pay talk, by the way.
Well, of course you would.
Were you wondering if anyone else did?
Yeah.
Now.
Did anybody else?
What do you know? I do know that.
He didn't know it a second ago, but all of a sudden, thinking back, actually, I do understand.
So, with that, we begin combat. Ficklebart, Silver Shield, you are up first.
Okay.
In the very back.
At the back.
Silver
Okay.
Shield. I barely know her shield.
Let me just make sure I know what I'm doing.
Yep, so you have 3 actions. You can take an action to move up to your movement speed. You can technically do all 3 actions to move if you really want to.
Is
Okay, I think
Oops.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go. This is that important.
That's all right. I was just going to say I might do Courageous Anthem to begin with.
Yep.
So I think I can place that down here.
Nope, it's an aura from you, actually.
Oh,
sorry.
I see.
So you drag it onto you. Let me delete
Wait, do I have
that
to drag? Yeah, delete that one. Sorry.
effect. Yeah.
That looks so cool though.
Okay. There we go. What was trippy?
Actually,
Whoa.
shouldn't be consistently going. It should just apply it. Hold on. I might need to. Because I think I actually put it on your action. What the fuck is the effects?
Yeah, you did. Did I click it from the wrong place?
They're particle effects? Hold on. I'm having to figure out how to clear these now. I tested your thing, and it was definitely not doing this when I tested it.
Booger.
Where do I clear this? What exactly did you drag out? Because I can't find a way to actually clear them.
So what I did is I clicked from my spell casting list in my my player sheet.
Yeah.
I went to Courageous Anthem and I did place 60 foot.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So yes. So you see above that how it says aura, drag and drop this onto your token. Yeah. Drag and drop the aura Courageous Anthem, not the actual place 60 foot emanation.
Okay.
Oh,
sorry.
good. That's fine. I still have to figure out how to get rid of this.
We can just like trip out together. It's fine.
Hold on.
Maybe I'll just leave it and not put another one.
Well, the aura should only pulse once. Hold on. Delete that.
Can I do anything to get rid of it?
I don't know. Can you select it? Oh, wait, sorry. I found them. There we go. I got them. There we go.
Oh, cool.
There's just so many layers that it's hard for me sometimes to work out what's on what layer. But I got it now.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so your aura, I deliberately... So that's not built in for the aura to actually work normally. It's something that Bards missed when they were designing the Pathfinder 2 for Foundry. So I created that aura manually, and I put it on your character sheet, so you can just drag it onto your token. It'll then give the aura to everyone within range of you. As you see, they're all buffed by it.
Cool. All right.
So you'll all automatically get a +1 to everything as a heads up.
And is that like a just once? As once it's used, it's gone? Or is that consistent?
No, it is consistent. It is so you have
Right.
to reapply it every turn. The aura only
Okay, got ya.
lasts one turn. To be clear.
Yep.
So that was
Cool. All right.
one action. You have done that.
Perfect.
You have 2 other actions. What are you doing?
I'm going to cast Sanctuary on myself.
Perfect. I don't think Courageous Anthem is. You can't use both because they're both concentration.
Oh, they are. You're right. Sorry, I missed that.
All good.
All right, in that case, I'll just telekinetic projectile summer rocks at one of the centipedes.
Perfect. So the centipedes have started combat by sliding out from their hidden area and descending down towards you guys. So they're out of cover, just to be clear.
Okay.
There's a range of 30 feet, so you will need to move a little bit closer.
Oh, okay. Well, Courageous Anthem is 1 action, that's 2, so I won't be able to move any closer. God damn it. Alright.
Yeah, sorry, you're just out of range.
That's okay. I'll cast Guidance on someone, so I'll cast it on whoever's closest.
That is also a concentration.
Oh my god. Fucking
You have
hell.
quite a few concentration things, sorry, Phil.
Seems like it. Let me check. Yeah, that's concentration. Alright, I will just move over here then, away from stuff, and that's my turn.
Perfect. Sorry, actually, correction. I've googled the rule. Concentrate in this is not like 5e. You can concentrate on multiple things. It's just you lose concentration if something deliberately says it breaks concentration, or if you're a barbarian, you cannot concentrate while raging. So if you want, have as many concentrations, Phil, as you want.
Wow.
Okay, no worries.
Do you lose all of them at once, or do you lose one
Yes.
at a time?
You lose all of them if you somehow lose concentration, but there are no concentration saving throws. So even if he's concentrating on 3 things, if he takes damage, he doesn't lose them unless it's a deliberately an attack that says breaks concentration.
Oh, wow.
Cool. Alright, cool. Well, I will cast Sanctuary on myself then.
Perfect. We'll need to update your spell slots, because technically you...
Oh, I hit it twice, yeah.
That's fine. Right, so creatures attempting to attack you must attempt a will save. Perfect.
That's my turn. Easy.
Alright. Next up, giant centipede, followed by Rani. It's the far giant centipede. It's good for you guys. So if you guys hadn't have been, looking around, you would have been ambushed. So they are going to slither down. They have a climb speed, so they're not terribly worried. 5, 10, 30. Oh, they're going to slither up at Rani with their second action. Miranda, I know you love being attacked. Centipede is going to lunge at you with its mandibles. That is a hit.
Yeah.
That is 3 points of damage, and I'd like to remind everyone, you all get 1 temporary hit point from Miranda's Oracle start of
Can
combat.
I ask about that quickly? Don't I have to choose, or because I automatically, if that takes effect, I get the curse bound?
Oh, do you? I thought it was just an automatic effect, sorry.
I was just looking at the...
Sorry, I might be incorrect then. I thought it was a automatic thing. And I thought you just became Chris when you used the thing. Ocular warning, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're right, sorry, it is curse bound. So sorry, Miranda, did you want to actually use it or not?
So how does that work? Do I just like when you say we have to roll initiative, do I just decide then that that's when I want to do it?
Yep.
Right.
Sorry. So did you want to?
Yeah, I mean, might as well.
Okay, perfect. So in the future, now we both know, I thought it was an automatic thing.
So if I...
And let me draw, and I've now given you the curse-bound 1 condition, by the way.
Perfect.
So just so everyone knows, as you watch Rani, she begins to sort of drift from the ground, not very far, just an inch maybe, but she's definitely having issues touching the ground. She begins lifting off from it as the stars
Must be wearing
draw
light
her.
armor.
Yes. Anyways, so it's Ben, are you giving her resistance?
Yeah.
With your flash of grandeur.
I don't quite get Champion's aura because I would assume that he would have it going at all times because it's him.
Yes.
Because he's a champion and everything. So.
Yep. So your champion's aura, she's actually outside of it. It's 15 feet. You can actually toggle it on your character sheet at the top of actions and encounter. Yeah.
I see that. Yeah. Okay.
So all good. So
In
you
that
can't
case, no,
use it
doesn't get it
technically.
yet.
But yeah. So anyways,
Alright.
Miranda, 3 points of piercing damage.
And didn't you say it was... Is there a team...
There is temporary hit points on your character sheet to the left of your current hit points. There's a little temporary hit points button.
Which is 0.
Which, if I give you 1, because you would have gotten 1, there you go.
Okay, so then that becomes 0 and...
Then 2 additional damage. I think if you actually took the damage in chat, it would have reduced for you.
That's all good.
All
That's fine.
good. And then finally, it attempts to poison you, because it bit you. Can you make me a fortitude save? The chat, there is a button in chat. Got bad news for you, Miranda.
I'm doing pretty bad.
You are unfortunately poisoned.
Womp womp.
Is there any way to fix... And what is the poisoned?
So, in this case, you are poisoned and you are currently at stage 1. So on your turn, every turn, you must make a saving throw. If you fail, the stage progresses. If you succeed, the stage decreases up to a maximum of
Wait, that was
6.
a saving... No, that wasn't a...
Yes, that was a
No,
fortitude.
I didn't critically fail, because otherwise that would have been funny.
Yes, that would have been very bad. So, fortunately, for now, you're not terribly worried about it. You're just going to be worried about it on your turn, which is now up. Rani, at the start of your turn, can you make me another fortitude save?
Let's go... Do you...
No. Do you need me to send it to chat again for you?
Yeah, please.
There you go.
Thank you, it's just easier that way.
All good. No matter what, you are taking poison damage, it's just whether or not it is getting worse. Good for you. The poison will leave you this turn, but you will take 4 points of poison damage.
Fun.
Perfect.
That's...
Now, there are ways to automate these saving throws. I have not figured out how to do it, but there is that functionality built in. You literally drag the poison effect onto someone. But for now, I'm not going to worry. Anyways, Rani, it is your turn. You have 3 actions. There's a giant centipede in front of you. It just bit you and poisoned you. There's another one charging down the hillside. What are you doing?
That's a great question. Yeah, I did have things planned out, but
Them's the dice.
Mm-hmm.
Can I do the admonishing ray
Admonishing
attack
Ray? Yeah.
on the one in front? So
Yeah.
I select.
So you target it and you click Admonishing Ray.
Is there a quick button to pull up your character sheet?
You can double click on your token, and I will
Yeah.
also point out if you have your token selected in the top left, there will be a quick options, including strikes, actions, and if you go to spells, you can then select Admonishing Ray.
But what if I want to make sure I've got? Doesn't matter. Write it out. Attack. Oh. Nope. That's sad.
That is quite sad.
I will. Then, since I still have 1, because the other one was a 2. No?
Yeah. Did you click Divine Spell Attack, or did you actually click Admonishing Ray from the quick select? Because I think it does half damage even if it misses. I think you just clicked Divine Spell Attack.
No, I clicked Admonishing Ray.
Oh, did you?
Clicked it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Hold on. Oh, that did it for me. Weird. Okay. All good.
Yeah, I literally. Oh, okay. Maybe.
There we go. Alright, now if you press the attack button. Sorry, we're all learning here.
We are indeed.
Okay, because it comes up like with the under the description, like everything, and then there's attack and then roll damage.
Ah, gotcha.
But rather than just clicking, I guess, the cast button.
Yeah.
So okay.
All good. So something really cool. The system will highlight in chat if a +1 modifier helped you hit. Courageous Anthem is green, which means because of Phil, you hit. Without that, you would have missed.
Yeah.
Anyways.
And then I would like to use the.
You want to roll damage?
Shield. Yes, after that. Sorry, I hadn't done that yet. Roll damage.
So, with Phil's +1, that'll be very handy for everyone to be like, hey, look, I hit it because of Phil.
That
Anyways,
makes me feel good.
Miranda, you blast it with your Admonishing Ray, and a ray of energy bludgeons it and bursts the centipede apart into blood and viscera everywhere.
Ugh.
And then you cast shield on yourself. Look at that shield effect! Is that not cool? Her entire token's covered.
Cool. Nice.
Alright. So those are your actions.
I thought Admonishing Ray was just supposed to be a... It says here, without causing lasting harm. I think that you caused lasting harm on that sentence.
I think she bursts it to pieces.
You just think when it feels like a strong punch or slap, you bitch slapped it.
Yeah, you literally bitch slapped it and it exploded. Alright. Miranda ended her turn. Michael, you're up. Starting goal.
What are the rules around like holding actions or?
So yes, you can hold your action. So actually, there are 2 things. So this system is if you and a friendly player are like equal in, or if there's no enemies between you and another player, you can be like, hey, Haldin, do you wanna go first? And you can literally just put your turn after theirs. You can also say you can also hold your entire turn and say, I want to go after the giant centipede. Or you can literally take 2 actions and hold 1 action. You can do there's a lot of options here. You don't
Okay,
have
so you can. To hold an action takes 2 actions, but you can also just choose to delay your turn.
No. So you can hold one of your actions for a trigger, or you can just delay your entire turn.
I think I'll delay my entire turn till after the giant centipede, because if I go now, I'd spend like most of my actions just getting up to where it is.
Perfect. I will put you into there, and we'll actually go
Cool beans.
to Liam.
Hello.
You're up.
Okay. So because we were traveling, did we have our weapons ready?
I mean, did you?
I mean, I had my weapon out last when I did my jump and retuning it, so I'd like to say yes.
I mean, it's like a big pole arm. You probably use it as a walking stick sometimes.
Sure.
But it'd probably
okay.
be more comfortable to like carry it out than it would be to actually have it on your
Well,
back
it's collapsible.
when you're walking. Okay, well.
It's collapsible, so like.
Okay,
yeah.
well, you've just fought against my idea, haven't you? I would say
but I had it
it's
out
your
when you made
choice,
the
sir.
jump. Okay. I would like to have it out and ready.
You are also looking around, scanning the area. Would you have your weapon out while you were doing that? Okay.
Yeah.
All right then. Fine, go
okay.
for it. I'll
I'm going
allow
first.
it this time.
Cool. I'm gonna first do overcharge.
Yep.
So crafting.
Yep. You can actually click it in chat. There's a little crafting
Nice.
button there.
I can select the degree of a success.
You can probably
but it's
make
just
it
a success, right?
Yeah. In this case, it's just a success.
Ah, okay. Cool.
Overdrive engaged. Look at that animation. Bwah.
That's cool. And then I'm going to fire in crossbow mode. I'm going to shoot it. How do I attack with the?
You target it.
Okay. So target.
Yep.
And then I select. How do I shoot it in? I see 2 attacks. Is the which one's ranged?
On your action, the bottom one has the sword, so that is melee usage. Ranged one must be the top one.
Right, yeah, there it is. I am going to shoot it.
Just so everyone knows, he has a lancer, which is configurable as it's pretty much a polearm with a crossbow at the end of it.
Yeah.
So
pretty much think like Jace from League of Legends, but like a crossbow
cool.
rather than energy thing.
Can you throw the whole thing as one weapon?
It transforms.
Right.
Hey, look, because of Phil's courageous anthem, you critically hit.
Yeah. Nice.
So roll critical damage, sir.
Critical.
Which is next to the damage in the chat box.
Right. Got that. And then.
Which is double dice, just so everyone knows. It's critical damage. Slice.
That's cool.
Well, you absolutely eviscerate the centipede, shooting it through the head. Its carapace brain cracks and rips open. It's gone.
Overdrive shot.
Yeah, 19 damage is a lot for something that has 8 health.
Nice. Second shot. That's actually overdrive 1, then the shoot. I'll try and shoot the other person.
Perfect. So, yep,
okay.
Because you have 2 shots with your crossbow spear. So she is behind some significant cover. The heads up. Is there a cover status effect? Probably not.
Now I use the second multi-attack rather than the first
Yes.
one.
Yes. Which will be a
Okay.
minus.
So I did one attack. It's now claiming that it's not loaded, but I know it has two
I know
shots.
it doesn't have. For whatever reason, the character sheet doesn't actually support having 2 shots. So just press the reload button first.
Okay.
It's fine. As
Reload.
we're keeping track of it, so it's fine.
Right. Okay, there we go. Oof, miss.
That
Hit
is
and
a
a miss.
miss. That is a miss even with her bonus to AC from cover. That's even the crossbow thud into one of the bushes beside her. She scowls and takes aim at you.
Oh no. That's my turn.
Perfect. It is now Dutton and Gon's turn as the centipedes are dead. Michael, your delaying initiative hasn't really helped here. Hello, Michael?
Oh, I was muted. Whoops. Yeah, no, that didn't help me at all.
Yeah, no, it didn't.
Curse being surrounded by a party with ranged attacks.
Uh-huh.
Can I delay my turn?
Do you want to delay your turn till after? Okay, if you really want. Oh wait, there's an actual delay turn button. Oh shit!
Yep.
I didn't realize that was a thing. Cool.
Apparently.
Because are you adjusting your position permanently by
I
delaying?
had adjusted him manually, yes, but I didn't realize there was an actual delay button. Very cool.
Very cool.
Very
now
cool.
The question is, when I want to undelay, do I?
I mean, there's a return to initiative button, so
yeah,
I would assume so.
The question will be, do I click on it the turn before, or do I click on it when who I'm replacing?
Who knows? Anyways.
If I okay, do it the turn before. So
Okay.
since I did return, that's placed me after.
Well, to be fair, you and Ben can pick who goes. If you want, you could let Ben go and try to like take an action to like jump on Ben's horse while he's riding past. Anyways, she's gonna take aim at Haldin. She does not like that you've all killed her pets.
Well, she's just toxic.
What's this we've all done? With all part.
She takes a shot with her crossbow.
Oof.
That's a hit. This is the damage. That's 5 damage, and I need you to make a fortitude save against giant centipede venom.
So I click the plus to take the damage, or how do I take the damage?
Oh,
I see damage underneath
damage
it.
there,
right.
yeah.
Damage. Did that work? Oh wait,
Yep.
so did I have temporary hit points? Sorry.
You had 1, yes. If you want, you can take that one temporary hit point now because you're being giant centipede venomed as well.
Sure.
Up to you.
I'll just add the 1 onto the current HP. So 14.
Perfect. Either way,
okay.
Can you make the fortitude save that is in chat for you? Thank you.
How do I roll fortitude? There it is.
Just click on fortitude in the chat.
Yo, guy.
You don't got it.
Much big fortitude.
You are poisoned by giant centipede poison.
That's rude.
Luckily for you guys, you are not distracted by her friends or being surprised by her, or she'd do sneak attack damage because she's a rogue. She reloads her hand crossbow and is going to shoot this shot at Rani.
I didn't get the poison condition.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Way I can.
Or was I just meant to take poison damage?
No. So it's a effect on your turn. I just
Hmm.
there's a way I can apply it as an effect. I just don't actually know how. So that'll be a
Oh,
future
good.
thing. Anyways, she takes a shot at Rani, who has higher AC because of shield, and can also use the shield to block some damage as a reaction. She's going to shoot
Mhm.
at you though. Ooh, that is barely a hit even with your higher AC, Rani.
Even if I choose.
So you can shield block, which will reduce the damage by 5 because your shield has a hardness of 5.
Yeah, but
So
it
let's
means
see.
that it
Ooh,
the
actually
shield
no.
goes away.
She only did 4 damage. So the shield would actually live with a hardness of 1.
Okay, I will do that. How do I do that?
So if you click the block button on the damage, it should toggle the shield block status. We'll see if that automates it.
Did it?
I'm not
I
sure.
clicked block.
Oh, wait, okay, so you click block to toggle it, and then you actually press damage, maybe? There you go, see? Isn't that cool? It worked.
Very cool.
Alright.
That's great.
So, with that, her turn's over. Is there an in-turn hotkey you guys have been pressing? Out of curiosity.
I didn't press anything. I think you've been pressing it.
I don't know about hotkey, but there is a button at the bottom of the encounter tracker.
Mhm.
Okay, mine's just the end encounter button, so I was curious. Anyways, next person's turn, which is now the delayed Michael's. Michael, are you going to finally take your turn?
I can't take it anymore. I raise a shield.
Okay. She's already shot other people, but sure.
How do I, like, apparently, just clicking the raise the shield button on the heart bar doesn't actually do it.
No, because you probably don't have your shield actually equipped, Michael.
You gotta equip your shield, Michael, which is an action.
But I do have it equipped.
Oh, I don't know.
I can click raise shield on my
there you
character
go.
sheet.
I will check the macro later then. Anyways, as an action, you've raised your shield to defend yourself. Are you now charging forward?
Yeah.
Valiantly?
Is this difficult encounter?
This is difficult terrain, yes. So it's
That's
half movement
10
speed
feet.
once. Actually, hold on. It might actually require a check to climb. Give me 1 second. No, it's just difficult terrain, so it's half movement speed to get
So
up.
that's 10 feet. That would be like another 30 feet.
Yep.
And 35. That is my speed. With proficiency, with panache active. And I took an action to raise my shield, so I guess I'm just gonna sit here like an idiot.
Did you want to, instead of raising the shield, did you want to take another move
You know what?
action so you could then move, hit?
Maybe I won't raise the shield. Maybe I'll just, yeah.
Move, hit?
Probably
Okay.
a good,
Okay.
better idea,
Also, Michael, you'll love this. As an action, you can move 5 feet without provoking opportunity attacks.
They brought back shift.
I know. Anyways, so yes, you can still hit her, Michael, with your third action. As you sprint up the hillside.
Alright. I will use my panache that I've saved. I'm pretty. I need
Michael,
to
you
double
have
check.
to target someone before you swing.
I knew that. Knew that.
That's okay.
I definitely knew that.
It was a good roll. The roll, that's a
It
hit.
was a good roll,
So,
though, you know.
If you want to roll damage in the chat box.
Sure.
Damn finishers. Okay. Takes damage. Ugh.
And that is my turn.
Yep, that is. You've run up and you've stabbed her in the side as she's reloading her poison-crusted crossbow bolts. Hemrug, you're up. With your horse. So,
Cool.
Ben, as an action, you can command your horse to take 2 actions. Otherwise, your horse won't do anything. So one of your free
Cool.
actions needs to be tell horse do 2 actions.
Horse is going to do 2 actions. My one action that I'm going to do is going to be draw that out, and distance it'll be.
You draw your great heavy war pick. You spur the horse. Go!
Why isn't tape measure the measure doing it? It's
All
okay.
good.
I'll do it
I will say with 2 actions the horse can easily reach it.
I mean, if it can get to there, then that's great.
Yeah. Exactly.
And then I will. Where's there on the list with my other action.
Mm-hmm. Let's swing down and a miss with your big axe. Your big war pick. Sorry, sir.
Terror bad.
That's fine. You do have 2 actions. You did have 2 actions. You could have still swung with the other action at a -5.
I did not.
Oh, you
because I had my
drew,
action to
right,
order,
right,
my
sorry.
action to equip, and
Yep, all
my
good.
action to swing.
All good.
Yeah. That being
Perfect.
said, Michael is probably in the safest place he can be right now.
Yes, because you are now flanking, and he's now in your.
Oh, right, flanking as well. Would that have?
That would have given you a +2, which was still not enough.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's okay.
All right. Ficklebart, you're up.
Yeah, we heard her talk before, right?
Yes, she said words.
Can I try and use Bardic Law to identify what language that was?
Yeah, sure, go for it. As an
I'd
action,
like to try
definitely.
and communicate with her in some way. It's just like ability item. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out how to actually roll.
All good. We are all learning. This has been a slow session because we are learning. So if you click on Bardic Lore under your class features, it pops up with Recall Knowledge, which is as an action. So you're trying to recall. Let's see.
So recall knowledge for Bardic Lore.
Yeah.
Any topic, I assume language as well.
Yep. So you just roll Bardic Lore, and you can use it for any topic.
Is Bardic Lore in my proficiency?
Should be under proficiencies.
Oh,
yep.
yeah.
Bardic Lore.
Bardic, okay. Got it.
That's a good roll.
Cool.
Nice.
So, she's been yelling at you in 2 different underground normal languages, Aklo and Sak Varoth, which are languages you've heard of, especially as a dwarf. You can potentially know a few words, but you don't know the full languages, obviously. They're not dwarven. Yeah. They are technically based. One is effectively Drow, and the other one is effectively underground Gnome, which are very different from dwarven. Yeah. But I will let you understand a few words and be able to say a few words to her if you want to try to persuade her or intimidate her. I will say, the last word she shouted at you, which was Halevata, which translated effectively to heathens.
Heathens, okay. So maybe she has some sort of agenda against surface dwellers. Maybe I can convince her that myself and Hemrug are also underground dwellers, and to drop her weapons or something.
Okay.
I just feel like, I don't know, she could be our friend.
You want to move closer because most charisma actions have a range of 30 feet.
Well, I have a cantrip message. I could message her
Oh
directly.
yeah, you can just mentally message her. Again, message normally requires both of you to have the same languages, or at least one common language, but you can message to her a few words that you know and try to implore her mentally. I am fine with that with your check of 19.
I'll just say something like dwarf, friend.
Okay,
Stop,
yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Do I need to roll anything for that? Or charisma, that's right. Yeah.
Yes,
So
can you make me a I would say in this case it would be a society check.
Okay.
Well, actually, no. Sorry, diplomacy. Diplomacy. Sorry,
yep.
This is definitely a diplomacy.
Okay. Shit.
Oof. I mean, it's not awful. It's not great. She definitely understood that you were trying to communicate to her, and that you're trying to communicate to her you're a dwarf. She doesn't really answer you.
Okay, fair enough.
She does vocally say, he does vocally in Undercommon Gnome call out to you guys as Balato Nadata as she reloads the crossbow.
Okay, fair enough.
And those are your 3 actions, sir.
All good.
Rani goes to you. You are not poisoned, so at least you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, that is a bonus. How far away is she from me?
From you, she is wrong measurement.
Less than 60?
Oh, she's definitely less than 60. She's 30 feet distance-wise, but up she's like 10 feet, so like maybe 40 feet, which is not far.
Okay, I want to... But with the first rank spells, is there like, with D&D, a limit of how many you can use in a day? Short rest, what have you? Does it work the same? Like, do you have spell slots?
You have on your character sheet under spells, you have your cantrips, and then you have spell slots for first level spells. This is just like D&D. You have 3 first level spell slots. You've used 1. You have 2 more.
Okay. I will use... Has she taken much damage?
She's been stabbed by Michael. Yeah.
Okay, I will guidance myself. Because, always helps, right?
I figured out the button, Liam. I've now given you giant centipede venom at stage 1.
Oof.
Figured it out. It's really easy. Okay, yep.
Well, then...
I mean, you could have not.
Needle darts. Pew, 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 pew.
Ooh.
Perfect. If you target her, are you doing needle darts adamantine, cold iron, or silver?
Just
normal.
assuming
it would be normal.
Yeah,
you would have to have them. That's all good. So target her and cast the spell. Ooh, those darts go.
You're really getting to the point here. Where?
Perfect. Yeah, no, that's a hit. Your darts fly up and they stab into her as she's dropping her crossbow and drawing daggers. I like it how magic missile is effectively a cantrip here, except that it's that they're
is this the equivalent of
metal darts?
Oh, that is so cool. It's a metal magic missile.
Yeah.
That's
Anyway,
I didn't even draw that sort of
I mean,
Conclusion.
I'm just guessing because it's 3d4 and they're little magical darts.
Are they auto hit?
No, you still roll to hit. Technically, magic missile darts in older editions, you did roll to hit. That was a 5e thing. Anyways, yeah, so no, you stab her with the metal flakes that you pull up from your bag and send flying at her. She's not doing great. The two of you next to her can tell she is quite injured now. Haldin, you're up, sir.
So in Lance mode, I have reach of 10 feet.
Sorry, before your turn.
Oh, right,
we need some giant centipede, which is actually it's actually on your character sheet. God, this is so nice that I can just go to the condition on you. Have you?
So I roll
roll
fortitude.
for it. Oh, shit, I just actually dropped it. Yes, it's in chat. Okay, so you succeeded. Critically succeeded. Okay, you take no poison damage.
It just disappeared as well.
Yeah, you take no poison damage. Damn it, Liam, you were supposed to take poison damage there. Alright, well, anyways, carry on with your turn, sir.
So in Lance mode, I have 10 feet of reach. Can I attack through allies?
Yes.
Okay.
As long as they're your size or smaller, which Michael is.
Dartingon is smaller, right?
Yes. To remind you, the 10 feet up the hill is difficult terrain, so it counts as 20 feet.
Is it if I'm jumping 30 feet?
If you're jumping, no, Liam, you can jump.
No, explosive leap jump.
Yeah,
which is
I know.
Just straight
That's
30
what
feet.
I knew. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it. Explosive leap. Kaboom.
To the skies.
Kaboom! Does it explode?
It fails. Fails. Puffs of smoke and I can't do any more jumping. And then second action is I twist the handle and turn it from crossbow mode into lance mode.
Yep.
And then strike at her.
Perfect. Target her and attack.
Okay.
Oh, Liam. That is not a great roll to be fair. It automatically puts the flanked -2 to her AC. Oh, that's so nice. The system automates flanking. Anyways.
Nice.
I mean, I don't think you guys can see her AC in chat, but I can, and it's crossed out and says -2 because of flanking.
No, it's not enough.
So that was one attack.
I use a action to switch modes.
Oh, right.
So
perfect. Easy.
3 actions gone.
Hey, you still did a cool move jumping over there and lunging at her. So
I jumped, shot some smoke out and sparks, and then missed.
Surprisingly, she gets another turn. Right, she is going to... she's going to swing her ankless, which is her curved blade, at Dartingon, because Dartingon is the only really valid target one's on a horse. Michael, you haven't even been attacked yet. Michael, it will actually ask you in chat if you want to use Flashy Dodge, by the way. You can stop clicking on it.
Oh, cool. Okay. So I've got to wait for the actual
attack.
Yes.
That's for the trigger, Michael. There's no point in casting counterspell until the cast is until the gun cast the spell.
I've got to wait till after you've said it, and after. No, I've got to wait not until after you've said it, but after you've actually clicked it.
Anyway, she's swinging at you with the anklets to try to knock you prone, to try to trip you up. It's a miss anyways.
Yeah. Well, I'm not seeing an option to do a flashy jaw.
Yeah, because you didn't need to, because she automatically missed.
But I want to, so I get panache.
That's fine. She swings at you again. Critical miss. Now, okay, Michael, I'll let you as a reaction flashy dodge to jump up and fall down on her sword, pinning it to the ground because she critically missed. How's
Okay.
that? There's your
That's-
flashy dodge, Michael.
Now that's dodging with panache.
Michael, just to be clear, under your feats, you can actually drag. If you open up panache, you can actually drag the effect panache onto your token, and it will give you it. But I also have a hotkey button on my action bar to give you panache, so don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
Because on my GM action bar, I wasted one of my 10 slots as an automatic panache button just for you, Michael.
I mean, I've got a button on my hotbar that says effect panache, but all it does is bring up the panache screen.
Yeah, I need to actually make it like mine, sorry. I made mine after yours. Anyways, she's now wasted 2 actions, yes.
Are there mechanics in this for non-lethal attacks?
Yes, you can deliberately say, I'm doing non-lethal damage. Technically, Miranda's physical bolt is supposed to be non-lethal. It was a centipede, so she blew it up.
Sure, fair.
I'm going to confidently finish her by, confidently not having to do lethal damage.
That's fine. She still has one last action.
All right, so she does.
She's going to attacking. She doesn't have a shield.
She doesn't have a sword either anymore.
No, she doesn't have a sword either. Right, well, this is awkward.
If we can try and knock her out, by the way, I think that would be preferable. Like, getting information from her might be useful.
I shall do a Mordhau. Can you do a Mordhau with a rapier?
Sorry, I'm just seeing if there's any actions that she can feasibly take.
What's a Mordhau?
It's the name for hitting somebody with the pommel of your long sword.
Oh, okay.
You know what, Michael? She's just gonna shove you with a -10 because it counts as an attack roll.
Okay.
She critically fails on shoving you. She slips and falls prone.
Perfect.
She is now off guard. She's automatically prone because she critically failed. That's amazing that it automates that. Oh, I love it. Anyways, that's her turn. She has lost her sword. She's tripped and fallen prone after trying to shove you. What are you doing, Michael?
Well, I think I'm gonna confidently finish her off by hitting her in the head. It's okay, it's anime logic, so it doesn't do lasting damage.
She looks up at you and she curses. Anatoya.
Gesundheit.
Indeed. Wait, that's not the fucking button.
That's the sheath button. I assume you didn't mean to actually see that. It's fine.
I did not mean to actually do it. No, but
she says those words. You're just like, oh, okay then. Puts your sword away.
Yeah, that's a hit.
I assume that's a hit.
There was actually a experimental feature that on everyone's turn they'd have a little tracker for their 3 actions, but it would automatically end your turn after you used the 3rd one, and I was like, the amount of people that are going to accidentally use an action when they didn't mean to, that's going to get so annoying. I'm very happy I didn't enable it.
I mean, I was fine with sheathing and unsheathing anyway, because I assumed that I would probably hit.
Michael, do you want to roll damage?
I shall.
Was that lethal or non-lethal?
That was non-lethal.
Was I supposed to tick?
Oh, okay.
Is there a box to tick non-lethal? I didn't see one, but
I don't think there actually is, but that's fine. I can do non-lethal manually. She is unconscious. Look at those sleepy Z's.
Now we can tie her up and interrogate her.
Perfect.
Is it actually constantly doing sleepy Z's? Oh my god, the system.
Why have we not been using Foundry from the get-go? Why
I don't know.
are we using Roll20?
I don't know. Anyways,
we
this is
haven't used
amazing.
it in a while.
So
But, you know,
90% of this automation was designed for Pathfinder 2, to be clear. Most of this doesn't work
Okay.
for other systems. This is
yeah,
just,
it really depends.
This is all Pathfinder is the most supported system in Foundry.
I feel like Pathfinder is better anyway.
Well,
Right.
there's
With
debates
that,
about that.
encounter over, I will give you all your XP.
Gimme.
A man after midnight.
I would like to do an action while we're up here.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to look around because you clearly would have been hiding here for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I see there is slots available for actions.
Yes, that is if you're... So after encounter, there's a system built in to what are you doing afterwards? Are you, like, resting? Are you healing? Are you
Oh
exploring?
yeah, can
Are you
I
looting?
meditate?
Yes, you can meditate, which will take 10 minutes.
In that case,
Can
I
I-
will retune my weapon, my innovation.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to... Yes, I have medicine. Can I try and medicine on Rani?
You can, yes. Under your actions, there's a treat injury button.
Under actions, yep, okay.
I'm going to seek to check out where her hiding spot.
So you're going to join me in doing that, are you, Michael?
I am joining you in doing that. Yes.
I don't see any treat injury here.
Should be under
But
your...
no.
If you double-click on her, by the way, guys, you can now loot her. You
Ooh.
should be able to.
Boot her? I barely know her.
Oh my god.
How often is that joke made, Michael?
Oh, it's on
I think we should
action at this point.
like that.
Ah,
Oh
Nice one.
man.
5 silver pieces.
That should automate too.
for you.
Miranda, to rest on your character sheet, there should be... It's a rest for the night button. I think... So technically, there are no short rests in this system. A lot of things are a 10-minute, effectively short rest, which I think you have to just manually do. So if you
So how
guys
do I
are
remove-
all good sitting here for 10 minutes, we will remove Miranda's negative curse-bound effects.
Yeah.
Sure, because then
How
I can
do I
retune my
do that?
weapon.
So if you select your token, Miranda, in the top right are the conditions affecting you, and if you right-click on Enfeebled and Cursebound, they should drop off. It might need me as a GM. There you go. See?
Wait, did you do that or was that me?
I didn't. That was you. So on conditions, just so everyone knows, when you have your token selected, the conditions are at the top right next to chat. If you left-click on it, it will add... As in, if it can go higher, like Poison 1, Poison 2, that will make it go up. Right-click makes it go down. And another thing, when I advance time like this, it will automatically drain any effects you had left, like Guidance, that last for, say, 1 minute. It'll automatically just be like, it's gone. Anyways.
If we've got enough time after doing that, I would like to cast a magic on Miranda. On
So
Rani.
before you use spells to heal, the main way you heal during a short rest is use the treat injury action, which if you succeed restores 1d8 plus X to the creature, and that creature can be affected by treat injury once per hour. And based on how much you succeed, you can even do 2d8 plus, or whatever. So Phil was trying to use treat injury on Miranda. So Phil, from your hotbar, if you have your token selected, there should be a treat injury. Sorry, treat wounds.
Yeah, I'm searching for it now. I've got treat wounds here. I'm just trying to put it into my action thing here, but it doesn't seem to want to do it.
That's
Phil,
all right.
If you just click on the basic action macros that's in there, and you can just click on it.
Basic action macros.
On your
Should be number 2.
hotbar?
Yeah. Oh, I see. Okay.
You just have to have your tokens selected.
And
Sorry,
then it's just under downtime.
I have to have my token selected.
You have to have
Oh,
your
no.
token selected to pull up your actions.
Okay.
So
I've got it.
encounter not time.
Treat wounds. Here we go. Got it. Treat wounds. How do you select a token? Because I can't.
You mouse over Miranda's and you press T
T.
to target her. Yeah.
Treat wounds. Oh, apparently I need a healer's toolkit, which I didn't realize I needed. Shit.
I can. Well, I can pull mine out.
And
I
share
do
it.
have one. Yeah.
Actually, Phil, you would have had enough money, Phil, so I'll just subtract 2 gold from you and give you a healer's kit. How's that?
I would have bought that if I knew I needed it.
Yeah. Me, to be fair, I didn't work that out until me and Miranda were doing hers, and we were like, oh.
Right.
You need one. So now you have one, so you can now try it.
Treat wounds. There we go. Got it. Yeah, it's not great, but whatever.
Hey, I will take.
I have bad news. You actually dealt 2 damage to her because you critically failed your medicine check.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Wow.
And Rani cannot be healed by treat wounds for the next hour.
Oh,
So
Alright,
again, every action has an effect if you fail, if you crit fail, if you succeed, and if you critically succeed. You
I
crit
don't
fail,
trust
Rani
you.
takes 2 damage as you accidentally cut her instead of actually healing her.
Yeah, sorry, I wasn't wearing my glasses. Sorry.
Oh.
Oof.
after searching, yeah, I will come down and.
Gonna use lay on hands.
Yeah.
Okay, we got the professionals in here.
Miranda, you
I'll just-
regain 6 health from his lay on hands. Oh, actually, you can select lay on hands healing. Let's see what the automation does, Ben. Have you targeted her and press roll healing? There you go, Randy. Oh, you glowed! Did that automatically
Cool.
heal you? Or do you still have to... Actually, no, you still have to click apply healing in the chat box. There you go.
Very nice.
Hold this
Why am I
automation.
sideways, by the way?
You somehow rotated your token. So
Yeah,
did
we're
Ben.
all sideways.
sideways.
Oh. Why is everyone sideways?
Yeah,
I might have had...
you,
I had you all selected when I gave you XP. There you go. Sorry.
there we go.
I rotated everyone. If you hold shift, you can rotate your token, and I was holding shift to select everyone. So sorry. Anyways. Hey, so let's deal with the prisoner in this area, and then we will wrap up.
Yeah.
Anybody
So,
want this sword thingy and centipede venom?
yeah, so still on her body is the anklets and 3 centipede venom.
Can I also
shot.
collect the crossbow bolts that I spent?
Yes.
Okay.
And me and Ben did do a seek for checking out
I
her
noticed that,
camping.
yes. And I won't tell you what you rolled, but you both rolled quite well. Probably
Ooh,
the
yay.
best perception checks so far.
Can I do a detect magic again?
Sure.
Wolololololo.
Such a cool effect.
It would be a shannon, wouldn't it, Phil?
It would be a shanana.
So, I will get to you, Miranda. I'll do the other 2 first because they read their perception checks.
Yep.
So, let's see. So, as you guys examine the cliffside, you see that it's this small crevice in the side of the mountain, in the side of the hill, that is partially covered by the sun, but not completely. And you notice that the bushes have been kind of pulled over it recently. And in the back of the cave, you see the very crispy, burnt and partially incinerated corpse of a matching dark gnome, who, as you have 2 dwarfs, you automatically know dark gnomes, if they get caught out in sunlight, actually do burn.
Ah,
So there were 2
Oh.
Darrow and 2 giant centipedes, and one of them got caught in the sun, and one was unable to hide himself, and he died. This
Clearly
one
didn't use the sunblock.
that you've captured must have hid somewhere else in the cave and lived, and then during the night she covered the entrance to the little cave with branches so she would survive the next day and be able to move around more.
That's mildly concerning, but okay.
You very strongly know if you take her out of this cave during day, she will die in the sun.
And it's 1 o'clock at the moment?
It is currently 1, yes.
Is there loots on the guy?
She's already looted him. She took his
Oh,
extra
okay.
crossbow bolts, and you can't find his weapon.
I
They are
can
both
imagine.
wearing leather armor, but it's quite frayed and damaged.
Oh, I'm not gonna
It's
feel
also
guilty.
Gnome side. The Gnome side is probably
Yes,
only
it
suitable
also
for one of us.
only fits Michael.
I'm not taking it. I've got armor.
Hey,
we should
Daffengon,
probably-
is this your cousin?
No. Racist.
They're both names. I've kind of figured, you know.
Very racist.
Well, you know, I always knew that you were related to Ficklebart.
Well, yeah, last name, my dude.
Pretty clear, my guy.
I mean, it is clear.
All right. Well, we should probably interrogate her in some way, right? Maybe we can threaten her with sunlight if I can send some words to her. If I know a couple of words.
Yeah, we'll let the scholar figure out the interrogation.
What I might do is I might write down just phonetically what she is saying, so that I can try and decipher it later.
Yep. Perfect.
We'll make sure she's tied up as well first.
Yeah. Miranda, because you used detect magic, the ping would have worked, but again, for whatever reason, that module is not currently working. You find that she's buried something in the back of the cave that is pulsing with magical energy.
I will go towards it.
Perfect. As you dig around in the dirt and some rocks, you find that she shoved a little wand in the rocks.
I will yoink it out.
Perfect.
Classic wand rock.
Add it to your sheet.
You're a wizard, Harry.
Sorry, I'm still figuring out a lot of my
It's
buttons.
so good.
That's right.
I had to mystify the item first. So it's unidentified wand.
Just a stick.
I love the fact I can give people unidentified items. It's just great. Also, a cool feature. Once you identify an item, like a potion of healing, it gets added to your character sheet as something you know how to identify, and every other potion of healing will be automatically identified for you.
Nice.
Like, it's so cool.
What was that? Sorry, which one?
So there's an identification tracker, Liam.
Right.
And once you identify one item, say a wand of magic missiles, if you find any more wands of magic missiles, you will automatically identify them. Other players won't, but you will. So, anyways, I just want... There's some very cool features.
That is cool.
So, you pull out that wand, Rani, and you can, during a short rest or a long rest, try to identify it.
Alright, that's all good.
Perfect. Phil, we will quickly do your interrogation, and then we will wrap up for the night. I prepped the next the next town and the next dungeon
Really?
But it's fine. We've spent nearly 3
We've learned how
hours
to-
in the first map, so
Well,
Is
we've
that system
been
Mhm.
learning.
organized?
oh
We
yeah.
learned a lot.
How it
Anyways.
goes.
Did anyone want the anklets from her?
What is that?
I mean,
It's
we could
a
always-
it's like a one-handed throwing club with a hook.
Ah,
I mean, I can
Oh.
take it and we can always sell it.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not great at throwing.
Yeah,
It's
fine.
it's also a melee weapon, but you know.
I'm only good at throwing limericks.
I think there's a way I can automate when a character is reduced to 0, they automatically become a item pile, but I don't. But I will add that to my to-do list. Anyways, so you
I
guys
thought it was
wake.
just surrounding her.
Yeah, you guys wake her up. She's tied up. Have restrained her. Perfect.
Can she speak common?
She looks at you as you say this to her, and she spits at you, and she says, "There's Anatolo Tonoa."
Okay, I assume that's some kind of insult. I'm going to write it down phonetically.
Okay.
Best I
do
can.
you understand this lady?
What did you say, Ben? Was that to me?
Asking the elder if she understands this lady.
Oh, right.
The elder.
Audrey, sorry, I forgot about her. What's her languages? She looks up at you and she gives you a very slight smile. She goes, "Unfortunately, I don't. I know quite a few languages, but none of the ones she's been saying. You're all feeling all right, yes? Does anyone need any additional healing?"
Oh, now you ask.
I forgot she was here, okay? It's been a lot.
That's all right. You had my professional.
Yeah.
So it's fine.
Yes, professional, very.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
well versed in medicine. Thank you very much.
Very,
That's
very well
the thing
versed. Highly skilled healer.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Don't worry. Anything my cousin can't do, I can do better.
Well, with magic maybe, but Anyway, so I'm going to try and use whatever hand signals or words I know in her language to imply, like asking her what her intent is.
So,
in some way.
to be clear, I will tell you this because A, you have a lot of bardic lore, but also you are a dwarf. Underground gnome, the Darrow, they do use the same written language as dwarves. It's just
so
their
I can write
vocal
to her.
language is different. So you can write to her, yeah.
Oh, great. Okay, I'll write down some questions then. I'm going to write down, I don't know, what should we ask her, guys? What do you want to ask her?
Who are you? Why are you attacking us?
Yeah, who are you? What have you been doing? Why do you have poison arrows? And why was the guy that we came across also poisoned by the same arrow?
She very quickly writes on the note back to you. She says, if you let her live, she will. If you let her live and leave her free, she will tell you her story.
Okay, that's fine. We can do that.
Probably
Absolutely.
specify to her that she has to write us her story.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
And she promises not to shoot us in the back.
We've taken her weapons. She can't shoot us.
Yeah,
She
might
looks a
pop up
crafty
later in the
little
story.
one. Yeah, who knows? She may have like bows hidden all over the place.
Oh no, we just stand in the sun around the corner from her.
True.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that's fine. We agree to those terms. I'll hand her some sheet
Perfect.
and ink.
She writes you the following. Sorry, I had you selected. Sorry.
Sorry.
so cool little text box come from characters.
It is cool.
But yeah, she writes you that. She and her companion, nodding her head to the badly sunlit burned naked dead Darrow slumped against the back wall of the overhung ledge, emerged into the surface world from a narrow fissure up higher in the ridge, and attacked a man who passed by on the road, intending to capture him alive and drag him back down to the dark for experimentation on how he could withstand the sun's light.
Capture him alive using poisoned bolts.
Ah!
A likely
I
story.
see some mistakes in your plan.
With the powers of deduction, I deduce that that man was the traveler who arrived at our village.
Oh well, I
Mystery
guess
solved.
quest's over then, huh?
So
Yeah.
Yep.
I guess that whatever's attacked the village of
Iron Harbor.
that one, yeah, that thing was not centipedes after all.
To be clear, Haldin, the guy who died was also suffering from a disease that was rotting his very flesh and muscles and the armor he wore, which is not normally associated with giant centipede.
Okay.
So the
Okay.
giant centipedes was but a ruse. A
Nice.
red herring.
She looks at you guys expectantly and raises her hands and the rope that you've tied her with.
Is there any sort of roll that I can make for insight to see if there's any more to her that I can tell by body language or anything?
Oh yeah. It is
Proficiencies.
technically it is a perception check, but I think under action. Yes, so under your actions it's called sense motive in the top right. If you use your actions macro. It's
in the top right. Sense motive, got it.
Yep.
Sense motive.
This will be difficult because you're doing sense motive technically on a handwritten note.
Sure. Well, I mean, based on body language more than like with the way she's looking at it.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You can tell that even through your different cultures, she's not acting very normal. You don't know her exact intentions, and you might need magic to get her to actually spill more information or try to intimidate or diplomacy her, but she's definitely not giving you a truthful story.
Okay. I'm going to grab her by the scruff of her neck and I'm going to take her to the edge of the sunlight.
Okay.
That's quite a twist.
And I'm going to write, while I'm doing that, write down. Tell us more, please.
Do you want one of the two people very good with intimidation to roll the intimidation as they hold her near the sunlight while you're writing?
Sure. Yes, okay, that'll be fine. Somebody else can hold her and I'll
be
write
willing to
Yes,
I feel a bit mean, but it is a cunning ruse. I am not actually.
I'm just going to the edge of the landing. I'm looking in a different direction. I see nothing.
As a tall person in this party, I will happily pick her up.
Can both of you make me intimidation checks as both of you grab her by one shoulder and drag her out to the edge?
I'll poke her with a. Well, not poke her, but I'll threaten her with a rapier.
Okay, I'm going to write down.
My God, you two over here.
Tell us the truth, please. I'll be polite.
As you write, please, as Rani pulls a few of her hairs and hangs them in the sunlight so they catch a blaze.
Yes, I am a gentleman.
She grows very quiet and sullen. Her eyes narrow, and she whispers to you, "Very well, filth."
Knew it.
I and my brother were mercenaries on the ship that is in Iron Harbor.
Mercenary.
Yes.
This ship that the guy mentioned.
Hired by a merchant who chartered the ship.
Was this the Rust ship?
And what were you hired to do?
Guard the ship. We are mercenaries.
You're not guarding a ship right now.
No. That a local of the village, one from the church, a knight of iron. He stole knowledge from my master, who sent me to and my brother to kill him. We caught him on the coast in the middle of a storm. But when the sun rose, my brother was incinerated, and I could not leave. I have been waiting for the clouds to return so I can return to the ship.
A very good mercenary then, if you can only move in darkness.
We are very sneaky at night.
So to clarify, this person in iron, who were they again?
So a dying person washed up at your guys' town wearing iron armor covered with rust, with crossbow bolt wounds,
Yeah.
with giant centipede venom. And he whispered at the start of the adventure, grab the text that you probably missed, or he whispered to you guys, Iron Harbor, Rust ship, all dead before too late. And then he died.
And what is she saying about him?
She was saying that he stole something from her master, and she and her brother were sent to catch him.
Okay, so she was looking for him. All right, so she shot him with the arrows, which had the centipede venom, and he died from something else potentially.
Yeah,
Okay.
probably. Yeah.
Okay.
If you ask her, she says that they were shooting at him during the storm, and he tripped over the ledge near the broken bridge and fell into the water.
Okay. And what was the thing that he stole from the master?
She doesn't know.
What is the master doing in Iron Harbor?
She doesn't know.
Who is
She's a mercenary assassin. She doesn't ask questions.
Well, did he go around and kill everybody, or is he just,
No. He's at the temple meeting with the other priests.
Okay,
well,
so the town isn't under
knows.
attack.
Okay, does she know the name of this guy?
Not in the common tongue.
But in another tongue? Can I write it down? What it is in another tongue?
I'll get you. But yeah, that's pretty much all she knows. You can tell that with your sense motive that she's being very truthful. She's afraid for her life with the elven, as she says in Undercommon, which I'm assuming not all of you. I'm assuming, which is effectively she's saying all this in Dwarven. She effectively looks at the elven oracle and calls her a very nasty words.
Yeah, that's not very polite, is it?
No, it's not.
All right. Does anybody else want to ask her anything, or will we chuck her back in the cave?
I don't really particularly want to kill somebody in cold blood.
Neither do I.
But
I mean,
dangerous.
One part of me is going along and thinking, she is somebody who's actively gone along and admitted that they've murdered somebody, and punishment needs to be given out for that. But the other side, we did also go along and agree to let her free.
Yeah.
I mean, you could enact the punishment out on her now and then let her free. Are you a champion? Are you a paladin? Are you like
He's a
someone
paladin.
of like, do you like hold some sway over like you have the right to enact justice, or not that kind of paladin?
Yeah, I gotta let her free. I just read more about my god again. Kind of got to happen. I have to let him go. Have to let her go.
I'm going to very cheerfully suggest an idea. What if we break her legs? That's the punishment, but she's not dead.
I mean, she's already been hurt quite a bit by you guys, and everything.
And we
stolen.
did take all her stuff. Does she have any more information about like any like weapon stores or anything that they? I don't know. Did they stash anything in the town or anywhere?
She doesn't know anything else of any value.
Okay, so yeah,
okay.
it's not like So we've taken all her stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Effectively, you have exhausted everything she knows.
Yeah. Okay.
We're getting the repeat dialogue now.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah,
I appreciate that this adventure had a false story I could just copy and paste.
I was wondering if that was a copy paste or just break that.
That's
pretty cool.
Adventures from Pathfinder are very well organized. I was just
Seems
like,
like it.
there's a fake story. Just copy.
Which way is the sun sitting right now for us?
So north is to the left of the screen because the map has a compass on it. It rises in the east, sets in the west. So it's kind of overhead, but it's going to go down on the other side of the hill soon.
Okay. I'm going to take a look at the branches that she's put over the door.
Yeah.
See how many of them I can move with to give her just the absolute minimal bit of space left.
Okay. All right. You do that.
Yeah.
And with that, you guys will continue on to Iron Harbor.
Mm-hmm.
We will pick up next week.
Hey.
There we go.
Good job, Tank.